Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house, back with another reading. I don't know why I felt like I was about to do a zodiac sign. For some reason, it felt like I was just about to like jump straight into work. This is the fun time. My bad. My bad. Hey, what's up, Lucky? Not really. You were here first too. You was here quick. You done beat line this kitty. How you doing today? Hey there, heroic hero. Thank you so much. Thank you for the support. That was ugly. So, this is one of those topics that I'm hoping that other people do. You know what I mean? Because it's going to be interesting to hear other people's take. So, I just wanted to do it first in this way because I've never seen all signs and go in this direction or even do this topic. So, I wonder what it would be like when other people do it. So by accident, oh no, it's all good. That slippery thumb. And we're going forward today, y'all. So y'all know. Okay, we're ready to get started. Okay. Okay. You didn't know I was live? You just popped in here by accident? Oh, that was a great chance of accident there. All right, so... Oh, we're going forward. We're going with Aries. All right, so we're on Aries. So, Aries, how does the opposite sex view you? What did I say in that? What was the... Did I get the live right? That makes sense. Hold on. Because the title is terrible. How does... How does... Okay, there you go. I fixed it. All right, so anyway, how does the opposite sex view you? Aries. Okay, so the first thing out was Aquarius. So you see you guys as not the usual type for sure, non-traditional. All right, you're free-spirited, do your own thing. They also do view you guys as like a relationship type. They feel like they would have to have like, maybe you like what do they call it? Non-traditional relationships. Maybe you don't follow like gender roles, or maybe you don't like fit into societal beliefs. You kind of do your own thing. You're eccentric. But at the same time, they also feel like you have strong values when it comes to relationships. You find ways to make your own fulfillment, even if it doesn't necessarily fit in with what everybody else expects you to do or what everybody else expects you to have. You're just going to do what makes you feel comfortable or makes you feel loved, or you're going to build the relationships that are important to you. Could be dealing with a Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius. That's what we got so far. They like the way you talk. People like the way you think. They like the way that you like perceive stuff. Maybe you give great information. Maybe you give great, I was about to say great advice. You know what I mean? Like you're good at speaking. You're good at using your words. They like that. All right. So a lot of people are viewing you as somebody who's like great at like thinking things through, great at communicating these thoughts, having your own little perspective about relationships, long-term partnerships. Like I said, you may not try to fit into like societal versions of like what's considered romance or what's considered a commitment or what's considered marriage, but they do view you as long-term. All right. You're just maybe not the usual type. So, um, they usually come to you for information, or they could come to you for information. Like you seem to maybe be like a know-it-all at times, or you just be knowing stuff that like other people don't know. Like you have unusual facts or unusual like information or knowledge, and you could be very perceptive in it. You know what I mean? Like you're good at communicating the thought, basically, or you're good at communicating advanced ideas to them. So like the opposite gender finds you to be very intellectual, very smart. You know what I mean? Almost like you may overpower them at times with words. Like they have to kind of like really watch you. If I'm really being honest, that's how they kind of view you. Like they have to watch you because you talk really good. You know what I mean? So you may be like a conversationalist, or you just like having conversations. Because I'm getting this Gemini energy of like want to just kind of like talk, 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 talk. So this is how they view you. They view you as somebody that has either a large group of friends, a large following, or they view you as somebody who's like cares a lot about like everybody, the well-being of everybody, and the overall good of any situation. So this is how the opposite gender is viewing you right now. Like I said, again, they view you as somebody who would be emotionally fulfilling, or at least provide some type of like substantial intimacy in their life. Like you would bring maybe more trust, maybe you would bring more stability, maybe you would help them clear out their own thoughts. You know what I mean? Make sense of stuff that they were struggling with. Like this is how they view you, as somebody who would probably do that. So maybe without even knowing you, this is how people view you. Okay, we got the sun here. So how they feel about you. You already know what the sun is. That's happiness for sure. So you caught them off guard. You caught them off guard. We got the Tower and the Knight of Swords in reverse. But I knew that before the Tower came, because the Knight of Swords in this deck is about being knocked off guard. So you knocked them off guard. They didn't expect to like you. They didn't expect to encounter you. You know what I mean? They didn't expect you maybe to reply or to talk to them or communicate with them. You know what I mean? So for some of y'all, they also don't know where things are going. Like it's so unpredictable, but like you make them happy. So they can't really put a finger on the situation about like how they feel about it. It's just that you make them happy. You know what I mean? You're exciting. They're enjoy the time that they're with you. Even if they don't know where it's really going. It's like you kind of caught their heart by surprise. So they weren't really ready to like fall in love, or they weren't really ready to like be attracted to you. It just kind of like happened. You know what I mean? So like maybe you're very good at talking. Maybe you're just very friendly, social. You know what I mean? Because Aquarius energy is like a friendship. Like it goes from like friends to lovers, or like just from being like cordial. You know what I mean? Or just like hey and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like going from that to like maybe becoming more romantic. But like they just didn't see that coming. Like you're fun to be around. You know what I mean? Like they love to see your face, because your face. Whenever I see the sun, it's got a big illumination of a face. So it's your face. You know what I mean? How you perceive things. And it's like the way that you talk. Some of y'all talk very harshly, or you guys are maybe a little vulgar, or you're just not like afraid to say stuff that other people like keep to themselves. You know what I mean? Like people may hide their mouth, or you know what I mean, like not want to say this, and you'll just say it. You'll just blunt right out and say, that's what I said. You know what I mean? So you could be dealing with Gemini, Aries, Scorpio, Leo. Like you'll say some stuff that'll like mess up like a good moment, like unexpectedly. So like they feel like they have to tread lightly around you. You know what I mean? Like they can't just like say anything around you, because they'll offset you, and now you're just going. You know what I mean? So they look at you as that. Six of Wands. They view you guys as highly arrogant. All right, needing a lot of attention, or needing a lot of validation. You know what I mean? Or just maybe looking for it. They feel like you like. So this could be like if you're dating, they may view you as like being somebody who's more like fun. Because I get like you want to be in maybe relationships, or they view you as being in relationships, but you may just kind of like want to do your own thing. So that might be like what this is all about, because they feel like, oh, well, you only want to do your own thing because you want more attention. You want more people to validate you. You want more people to like celebrate you. Now, for others of you, though, they find you guys to be low key, and it's unexpected that they found attraction to you. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're not as popular as the people that they normally date. Maybe you don't get as many likes as the people that they normally date, or the people that they like are into. You know what I mean? But like you have status. It's just not maybe like valued or appreciated by others just yet. They feel like it's only a matter of time before some of y'all break through, or have some type of like big glow up, or some type of big like being seen by a lot of people in some way. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I was gonna say for some reason y'all go viral, but that's like maybe, I don't know. Maybe because we do got a Gemini and Aquarius energy, which gives like an online. So maybe these like people you know online in a way. You know what I mean? Like maybe these is like mostly like people you see online, because it's like they feel like spectators. Because Six of Wands can also be other people who are watching other people's wins, watching other people's successes, and there is like a little bit of a jealousy or envy that is not them. So like it's that like this is how the opposite gender may view you. You know what I mean? You just be saying whatever you want to say, but you're very intellectual. You're very agile. Like the way you use your words is the way that you say stuff that really like determines how people feel about you. Three of Wands. So they really feel like it's not going to go anywhere. They feel like you guys need like constant validation by other people, and that like that's why the situation can't evolve or can't grow or can't go like as far past maybe a certain point with y'all. Like they feel like you're maybe the one that's creating blockages in this situation. Like it's you. Maybe it's your beliefs. Maybe it's your detached view on shit. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Lisa? Lisa, what's up, Just Messenger? You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those. It's one of those, and Hangman in reverse. So they feel like they're seeing you just as it is, like for what, seeing things for what it is. You know what I mean? But they're still kind of like, I'm gonna say, still kind of hoping that this is more than just like casual, or more than just like maybe like being cordial, or just seeing you from here to there, or just being friends. They really wanted to be more. So like, if you're just friends with the other gender, they really want you to be more than that. You know what I mean? They really want it to go more. They're just starting to see the situation different. Like maybe they need to release like a certain expectation of what they like wanted to do. They may even kind of feel like they're wasting time, or like they wasted their time. You know what I mean? Like you may have too many other things going on. So that's how the opposite gender feels, like you have other stuff going on. Maybe there's other people fighting for your attention, because we also got the Seven of Wands here too, and the Queen of Wands. So they just feel like you just like validation. You like partners, and some of y'all, they feel like you guys are possibly prone to having one night stands, or doing stuff that like, you know, maybe will catch them off guard sexually. You know what I mean? So maybe you're like adventurous sexually, or like they think that you guys would like sleep around when they're not looking. All right, because they kind of feel like that's who you are, because you have such a maybe a big network, or because maybe you have such a like social attitude, or you just seem to kind of like vibe easily, and you don't really think too much about like how other people perceive you. You just do what you want to do. They feel like that allows some type of freedom, where you're able to get options, or you're able to get like, you know, attention where normally you wouldn't have. Because like Aquarius energy sometimes could be like somebody who they feel like really doesn't like fit in with the culture. You know what I mean? Like you're not really like everybody else, but like I'm attracted to you. You know what I mean? So like so the opposite gender feels like because they be attracted to you, it's almost like saying that they're doing you a favor. Is kind of how I view it in a way. You know what I mean? Because they feel like you're arrogant, you're overly confident. You know what I mean? And it's because they feel like you should be like willing to settle down with me. That's what it is. It's like they feel like you should be willing to settle down with me because I've come into your life, and this is almost like a blessing to you, is what they imagine to be. You know what I mean? So with the sun here, they can imagine themselves maybe to be a blessing, like not just you making them happy and not just themselves being a blessing. They may be viewing you as like, you know, feeling that same way about you. Like, I mean, feeling that same way about them to you is like, I'm a blessing in your life. You know what I mean? You may not be aware of this. So a lot of them just like feel like they don't really know the words to say to you guys, or like they feel like it's bad timing whenever they run into you. Like they don't really get to like communicate as much as they want. Some of y'all, they feel like you guys be rushing them out the door, or like it's like a hi bye type of thing. All right? Or you be rushing out the door. Maybe you're always going somewhere, or having maybe late for shit or something like that. All right, so anyway, let me get some. It could be a Pisces, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Leo, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio, Leo. Whole lot of Leo. So they definitely think you guys are prideful. I think you guys got a lot of energy too. All right. You care a lot about your image. Okay, so we is on Taurus. All right, so Taurus. How does the opposite sex view you? So how do they view you? All right, they view you as a Sag. So optimistic, jovial, maybe having higher principles, higher morals. Hey, V Martinez. All right, they view you as maybe being foreign, all right, or being from like another country, another state. You know what I mean? Having a lot of like expansive ideas. Maybe being a little bit eccentric. Again, we got Aquarius energy here, so definitely not their usual type. All right. So I also feel like it's kind of you're very opinionated. I was gonna say it's kind of hard to like match up with you guys when it comes to like your beliefs, or maybe like when it comes to like information, education, the knowledge, the wisdom that you have. You guys have maybe a lot of experiences. You guys have learned. They feel like they view you as somebody who's learned from maybe like hard lessons, or has learned from like traveling, seeing stuff. Like you didn't just like read about it. They feel like you know stuff, like you know it from like being involved in it at some time. So they feel like you have a whole lot of life experience. All right, they're viewing you as somebody who gets a lot of opportunities, like stuff just kind of seems to fall in your lap, and you don't really care too much about it. They're viewing you as somebody who's like, you know, maybe you have like, I don't know, you've had some type of successes, or you've had like lucky opportunities, or like good stuff just be happening all the time, and you don't really seem to like pressed about it. You're like, yeah, you know what I mean? Or maybe they do stuff for you, and you kind of like, yeah, thanks, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Like you kind of come off as like indifferent, or just kind of like it is what it is. So a lot of people view you as someone who's like not really bothered by too much. Like nothing really seems to like rock you off your boat. I mean, you know, sometimes you can't get angry because that's just normal, but like for the most part, they find you to be like easygoing, good vibes. Maybe you like to overindulge, so you could maybe be a drinker, or you could just like to have like fun. Like if you turn up, you like to really turn up. So it could just be that. Like you're just pretty easygoing. They find you to be very supportive because we got Aquarius energy and Trine. This is like a supportive energy, an expansive energy. It's also like a complacent energy. So like they view you as somebody who they would like to like see as a second spouse if you guys were looking to be married, or they were looking at you as somebody who they could see a lot more seriously. You know what I mean? Where they respect your input, they respect your philosophies, they respect your views. Like it's that they want acknowledgement from you as well. So they just find you guys to be like very outgoing. You know what I mean? Like it's always a good time when you show up. They view you as a big deal because the Sagittarius, any Sagittarius energy, if I forget to ever say this, any Sagittarius energy you ever see represents a big deal. Even if you hear me say Jupiter, just remember, if I forget, that it's a big deal. That's what they imply about that. All right. So they view you guys to be a big deal. But like I said, maybe just like different from everybody else. So this can always be like your religious belief. It could just be your values, your beliefs, your philosophies, the way you live in the world, the way you show up in the world, the way you show up in your environment. Like you're a big deal in that environment, but you don't seem to really care too much. So some of y'all just like very like detached, popular type of person. All right, where it's like maybe you've always been that way. Maybe life has always been like going well for you, always been great for you. Like from birth to like now, it's just been like, you know, stuff just always been working out for me. So that's how the opposite gender views you. All right, they view you as very positive, but they also view you as being very beneficial. So they view you as being very materialistic too, and very cutthroat when it comes to money, or very shrewd when it comes to business. You know what I mean? Like you usually I would say maybe you spend other people's money, or you're used to other people spending money on you. So it's one of those situations. You know what I mean? That's how they feel. They feel like you're used to people spending on you, or used to people maybe like supporting your lifestyle, or they feel like that's you. Like if you're a male, they feel like you're like a boss trick, but like you're kind of stingy with the money. Like if you give the money up, you expect something else. This is how they feel about you. So you could be dealing with a Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. But we got in the six cups. So 6 cups in this deck has to do more so with like you guys being like mirrors to each other, or being soulmates, being compatible. So they feel like you guys are compatible. You know what I mean? Like you're easy to get along with in general. Like you feel comfortable to be around. You know what I mean? And it's because like you're so detached, they don't really know if you're like maybe holding on to them, or if you really need them. You know what I mean? Like they like just having you around, like just in their space. All right, that's how they feel about you. So even if you're not like maybe living with them, like if you're just around in the vicinity, in the environment, like if they can just see you, you know what I mean, then they're happy that you're here, or they feel like everything is okay, like all is well in the world, you here. So like let's say that you work together, if you just show up to the job, they're like, yes, I'm so happy Taurus showed up. Just the fact that you're here, it just makes everything feel like home. It makes everything feel like everything is all right, like it's supposed to be. So like you're a big deal in that way, where like if you're not around, your presence is missed. All right, so this is how they feel about y'all. All right, so you also feel like you're very tolerant of them. You know what I mean? Like you kind of like are open-minded to the stuff that they have going on, or you're very understanding. Like not, I'm gonna say diplomatic. Like you can like kind of see where people are going, or coming from, and not really like take it too personal, and not really focus too much on like maybe having high expectations of them. It's like you kind of like know where people are and assess it like very generously. And it's like, okay, well, I see this person maybe isn't quite mature enough, or I see this person doesn't know how to communicate directly. Like you know how to detach. That's what they feel like. You know how to detach and maybe get away from situations that aren't really worth your time investing, or aren't really like feeling good to you. You know how to get away from situations like that. You know how to let go very easily. All right, so we got 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, they feel like you guys are very independent, high maintenance. You guys expect a lot, but you know who to expect it from. You get what I'm saying? So like you know that they don't have it, so you don't even invest. You know what I mean? Like if it's men that don't have money, or don't have like let's say traditional values, because they kind of feel like you guys are very spiritual. Ninth house doesn't always mean traditional values, because of Aquarius energy, you could be like non-traditional values, or non-traditional philosophies of life, or non-traditional beliefs, and you know what I mean, maybe spiritual practices and stuff like that. But they feel like either you cut off guys who aren't necessarily traditionally valued. I mean, traditionally, like traditional men, like if they're not like providers or willing to like take, I'll say, majority of responsibility. I don't know if that's what would be considered tradition, but like for the most part, I've seen it play that way. So like let's just say that. Let's say that may be the case. Then you don't really deal with them, or you don't really give them attention, or you don't really keep communication open with them. Like if they're not stable, if they're not independent, if they can't take care of themselves, and if they're not generous, then you're not really there. And I say not really because you may observe them from time to time, just kind of look and see if they're getting better, but like not really. They feel like you're too high priced or too like costly to have around. Like the lifestyle that you live or the way that you like provide for yourself is very hard to keep up. That's what they feel about y'all. It feels like it's very hard to keep up with the lifestyle that you live. It could be elegant, maybe it's kind of lavish. Not elegant, but like it's kind of lavish, but it's like built for more like a single person. The way that you live, even if you're in a relationship, they feel like the way you live is kind of catered or tailored around like a single person. You know what I mean? So this is how they feel about y'all. Even you know what I mean. So, well, it's for singles, isn't it? It's for singles. I'm tripping. Let me put that in the title. I knew I was tripping. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I knew something was going on. I was like, wait, why am I feeling this way? Because it's for singles. It was never about people who have relationships. Okay, there we go. All right. So yeah. So a lot of people feel like they have to like approach you in a more intellectual way, coming about like detached, like as if they're not really interested into the relationship. You know what I mean? Like they don't really want to invest because they don't really think they can keep up with you or be able to afford you. Hey there, Pentarina. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. We got the world in reverse. So you could be with Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Libra. For some of y'all, they feel like you guys are vindictive. You know what I mean? Like there's like a level of like growth that you guys need to go through, or maybe they feel like they need to go through. For some of y'all, they want to like start the connection all over again with y'all, but they feel like there's ego battles or the connection between y'all. Like they don't feel necessarily the most confident taking control of the relationship between y'all. You know what I mean? Some of y'all may be like, maybe stable on your own, maybe higher echelon, or maybe you guys come from, like I said, different walks of life because of that ninth house. It could even be that, but they do view you as being possibly a long-term partner. You know what I mean? So the opposite gender definitely views you as somebody to take serious. All right. And if they were like past people around that you maybe are still thinking about or like having in your energy, they still want to come back around and redo it again with y'all. They just don't feel confident enough that they can really, like I said, keep up or really like give you what you desire. They think that you're like high priced or like hard to please. You know what I mean? So just know that. All right. Anyway, let me get signs. Could be a Sag, Aquarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. I don't know why I just kind of froze on that. Virgo, Scorpio, Libra, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right. Yeah, it'd be like that for me sometimes too, Pentarina. Last night, I couldn't even sleep for some reason. I don't know if I took a nap. I don't think I did, though. I know I took a nap today, so now I'm like, damn, I got to make sure I lay down for a while, like an hour or so before I fall asleep, so that way it could just happen. All right. So we is on Gemini. Gemini, how's the opposite sex view you? How they view you? All right. So they view you as a lesson, or they view you guys as maybe learning, maybe a teacher. Maybe you guys are like have good information that they can like acquire from you. They view you as somebody who also has like a dualistic nature. Like you guys can maybe do the responsible thing. You guys can be maybe very grounded, very stable, very practical about your moves in the world. And at the same time, they also kind of find you guys to be maybe very self-possessed or focused on like maybe your physical, your appearance. So this may be like the material stuff that you buy, the clothes that to adorn your body. Maybe you work out, stuff like that. Maybe view you guys to be a little materialistic in a way, or kind of always worried about like material, you know what I mean, or stuff that you can see in the physical. All right. They do view you guys to be maybe like schooling or training, or just like maybe going through a new phase. Hey, Mem, they're going through some type of new phase. All right. They view you taking care of your body, or maybe having like a strong body. So it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you is somebody who maybe travels or is like always going somewhere too, because we got Earth here, which means that you have to like go to different locations. Cancer, you guys definitely be taking care of people. You guys are nurturers, so I feel like you guys be taking care of your body, or you're somebody like a motherly figure or a nurturing figure, or somebody who's just very grounded and like secure in themselves. You're safe, you know what I mean, like a safe space to maybe communicate their emotions, maybe their fears, maybe the stuff that they've learned. Like they feel like they can like get something from you by just like being around you. You know what I mean? Like you're firm, all right? Like they, you know, it's almost like they feel like they can count on you. Yeah, we got Taurus here. That's reliable energy. A lot of Earth energy. So it could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer. All right. So they feel like you guys are maybe very stubborn and also like very, I'm gonna say domineering in a way. Like sometimes you guys like get stuck in, I'm gonna say get stuck in your own way where you just want to have something happen the way you want it to happen. And you'll dig your feet into the ground, even if it's like right or wrong. So like that's the duality that they're seeing with you, like where they see you guys being responsible and they see you guys doing stuff that like makes practical sense, or maybe even up, I say even being tidy, clean, because we got Taurus, Cancer, and Earth energy. It's like maybe you guys are like tidy, clean, organized, you know what I mean? Or you guys are like working on that. So they may view you as being somebody who's like working on maybe self-care, like getting nicer stuff for yourself, maybe buying clothes. But I also kind of view you as maybe being frugal. Some of y'all could be frugal, but it has to do more so with like your outward appearance of like your physical body. So like more so like your clothes and maybe your aesthetic, like the physical body itself. So if you guys be like, I'm not gonna say gluttons, but like maybe very greedy when it comes to like life's pleasures. Like maybe you guys could be very overindulgent. Sometimes it can be like you're a little heavy on the side, like a little heavy, or just have like a little pudge in the front. That ain't really too much. It's nothing major, but they just view you as like maybe having like a very comfortable life. We can call it a luxury life. Like if you don't have to work too hard for your money, or people are always being generous with you, or you know what I mean, you really can just kind of like cruise through life and like have your needs met. That's how they view you, as like that type of person. All right, whether you're cruising through life or not, they just kind of view you as like having maybe like an easy life, or just maybe being comfortable with the things that you have, but also wanting more, but like not really pushing too much to have more. You get what I'm saying? So some of y'all, they view you guys as very possessive too. So maybe like when you have stuff or when you date people, this is mine. It could be because of that Cancer energy, but Taurus is very possessive too. So you may be like kind of like, you know what I mean? Not, I want to say controlling, but I said domineering at first. So maybe it's like, it's kind of like makes them afraid at times. Like, so they may be like viewing you as somebody who's like has to have things their way. All right. So you may be moody too because of that Cancer energy and that Taurus energy. This may make you moody, like to be in the house, like to be in a comfort spot, like to be where you feel safe and secure. And if people don't feel like they're tending to your needs, you don't really want them around. So this is how they're viewing you. But anyway, how they feel about you guys? Okay, High Priestess, Queen of Cups. So they feel like you guys are comfortable alone, but you guys want love. Yeah, but when love comes, you guys don't take it. Because we got the 4 Cups after the King of Cups. So they feel like you guys are comfortable alone, but you guys want love. You guys have a lot of love to give, but at the same time, you guys don't take the love when it's offered to you. All right, like you guys don't want that love. Like that's like that. What's that? What you call? What's that? It was like it was a meme that I would see going across social media, and it'd be like women always say, and this could be guys too, because guys do that. And sometimes I do that too. But like guys be like, people be like, nobody likes me, nobody's interested in me, and then somebody's like, hey, I'm interested in you, and then you're like, no, not you. And it's that. It's like, oh yeah, nah, not you. All right. Hey, what's up, Linus Kitty? You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those, like, nah, when it comes, you're like, nah, I'm not impressed by that. Mm-hmm. Like you maybe find stuff wrong with it. Because the High Priestess is here. Yeah, we got Page of Swords here that's supposed to come out. So the Page of Swords. So you guys are very skeptical of people. Nothing makes you guys happy. Yeah. You guys are never grateful. All right. Very moody. Unappreciative is what they view about you. This is how they feel about you guys. You're unappreciative. All right. They feel like you also want attention from maybe other people, or you guys are still holding on to maybe like a past, or holding on maybe to like your heyday, or holding on to like maybe like old experiences that maybe once made you happy. And that's why you're not like open to taking new relationships. So maybe they kind of feel like you're still hung up on an ex, or still hung up on like maybe how for some of y'all, how they didn't like acknowledge you, or how they didn't necessarily like win you over in the way that you feel they should have. Like maybe they weren't as generous as you want them to be. Maybe they don't pursue you as much as they want you to be. If it's like a man, they may feel like maybe you don't find them to be as masculine as you would like them to be. Maybe you don't find them to be as like attractive as you would like them to be. Like they feel this way about y'all. They feel like they tried to offer you love or tried to offer you an opportunity. They try to be communicative with you. They try to get to know you. They try to hold conversations. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it's like it just doesn't get through to you. Like you're very stubborn in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like they try to like figure you out or figure out like what do you need? You know what I mean? And you don't really say it. They feel like you maybe like give mind games, play mind games, or they feel like you say stuff in like a sarcastic way where they don't really know if this is what you mean. Like, are you being literal? You know what I mean? So the opposite gender maybe takes like your flightiness and like your lack of like direct speech as like maybe being like not having confidence in yourself or not finding yourself to be attractive or not seeing that you have natural abilities and talents of being charming and persuasive and able to get what you naturally desire. They feel like you don't even know your own powers or you don't know your own capabilities. This is how the opposite gender is viewing you or feels about you, is that you don't know your own capabilities. So they really put you up on like the higher level. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, because the high priestess showed up first, because they feel like it's somebody who's unattainable, but like somebody who's like hard to really pinpoint. You don't really know if they're into you, but you do want their attention. You do want them to say something, but they also don't connect to people on a deeper level, like outside of like superficiality, because the high priestess never gets married. She doesn't get married. And even if you're a male, it's the same way. Like maybe you don't want to be married because it gives the vibe of like, I don't want to connect to people who, because like I can't trust people. I know who people are. I know how people can get. So like you're in that type of energy where you know how people can get. So they feel that way about you, or you're like that about them in general. If these are people that you're wondering about, like partners that you may have like potentially around, then they're feeling like you don't necessarily like want to be deeper in a relationship with them, even though you care for them and you like unconditionally like are there for them and maybe like support them and understand them. They also feel like you don't want to get but so close with them because you kind of like see through them, or you understand like who they are at their core, or you just kind of like know like how they're gonna get. You know what I mean? Like you just, they feel like you just know them. You know what I mean? So it's really hard to like pull the wool over your eyes. That's how the opposite gender feels about you. They feel disempowered, like you've taken away their natural charm, their natural flair. You know what I mean? Like you're not really like playing games, but it's not like a King of Swords type of energy. It's kind of like just through random conversation, like it's the conversations and the questions that you ask that really like make people feel like they disqualify themselves. The opposite gender feels like, oh, I got like I'm not really fit for you. Damn. So it's almost like you're intimidating. And I say almost, but it's not. It's very much so. It's because like you're intimidating. They view you as being somebody who can like take care of others. Maybe you're successful, or I'm gonna say in the public eye because of the sun here and the King of Cups. This could be like an actor. They're usually established in their career, whoever it is. Even if you're not necessarily an actor, you're usually established in your career, or you're known for maybe being able to create things that people enjoy and they'll spend money with you on. So it's that. You could also be just, maybe like very nurturing, maybe like a fatherly figure, because we do got Cancer here. So you could be more like a fatherly figure or motherly figure, very nurturing, know what other people need, but also like knowing how to like make people feel bad when they don't do what you expect them to do. So like the words that you use can cut people down to size, even if you don't really intend to, or the words you don't say make them feel excluded from you. This is the opposite gender. This is how they feel. Like the stuff that you don't say, because they kind of feel like you just be looking at them and then don't say nothing. So they almost feel like you're judging them. You know what I mean? Or like because you don't like reach out, or you don't like, it's almost like they feel like you're critiquing them silently. That's what they feel like. They feel like you're critiquing them silently. Like you're not really saying anything like clear. You only hold small conversations. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're like not really entertained by them. Like they find you to be funny, but they also feel like you have your own little like diluted sense of humor. So like it's not really that funny. But like for you, it'd be bagging you up. So this is how they feel about you. I was like, oh, you must think you're like super funny, but like not really, but okay. You know what I mean? So I don't know why that's like a thing. Like a lot of people could view like maybe stability with you, like just like being cozy and comfy with you, but they feel like that's not what you want. Like that's not what you want. You're too nitpicky. That Page of Swords is a nitpicky person. You're too nitpicky. As soon as the opportunity comes, you're like, nah, no thank you. Or you just act like you're unimpressed. Like, no, this ain't gonna do. I'm good. Anyway, let me give you let me give you signs. Could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces. So they also feel like you guys may be abstinence, or you guys just maybe like act too good for people, like holier than thou. So like you don't get engaged in the stuff that people get engaged into. I don't play those games that people play. I'm perfect. You sound like you related to me. Because I'd be like that. I'm like, oh, no, I'm just playing. I'm perfect. I don't go through that shit that y'all go through. I'd be going through that same shit. I just be talking shit. You know what I'm saying? I'd be going through that same shit. I just be like, nah, it ain't me. Would you ask about the moon? Yeah, I know, right? I've been told I'm pretty funny too, but you know, allegedly, some people say I ain't. With our moon sign, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm glad you asked that, Pintarina. I meant to say that. So this would be one of those readings where you actually want to watch your moon sign, you want to watch your Venus, you want to watch your. So like you can go through the houses and like if I had a little bit more time to kind of like express that, maybe I should have did that in the beginning. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, Lisa? Right next to God. I'm perfect. Like right, it go to him, then it go to me. Perfect. You don't need no other. But like I was saying, when it comes to like the signs, your house, you got your houses you're gonna check through. So like, I can't give this whole crash course in like a matter of seconds. But your moon, your sun sign, your Venus. If you're a woman, check your Mars. Check your 7th house placement. All right, check your rising sign. These would be the people who like you for your general personality and your natural tendencies. They're also usually attracted on you on first glance. That's what I like have seen about the ascendant. You know, there's other little versions that other people have too, but for me, the ascendant is people who like the natural tendencies of you. They like you just as you are, like how you appeared when they first met you. That's the person they like. So they like you whether they meet you without like. That's like the guy or the girl. I mean, the guy that hollers at you when you're at like the gas station or Walmart and you don't have yourself all done up, and it's like the girl that'll date you when you don't have a lot of money or a lot of stability. It'll be somebody who likes you for your genuine nature or for who you really are. All right. So, Cancer. How does the opposite gender view you? All right, confrontational. All right, so that you create a lot of internal conflicts in them. Opposition could also mean that they want what you want, but they feel like you go about it in a different way, or that both of y'all are going about it in a different way. They view you guys as relationship material. We got 7th house and we got union. So they feel like you guys will increase the quality. People are viewing you as somebody who would increase the quality of life around them. Women or men, the opposite gender. I don't know why I keep saying that. The opposite sex. I need to kind of like program that in my mind because it's almost like saying people, but we know who we're talking about. You know what I mean? So I keep saying people, but y'all know it's the opposite gender, the opposite sex. You know what I mean? So anyway, they want to strengthen the bond between y'all. They're viewing you as either working on like your aesthetics, your appearance, your personal relationships, your friendships. They view you as somebody who like has like fallouts with these people, but like are willing to like maybe negotiate, compromise. They're viewing you as somebody who would be good for partnership because you're very like helpful. Like, that's a Cancer energy. You're good at merging with people. Like you're good at like coming on board and like making a house a home. You know what I mean? Or making a situation better. You know what I mean? So they do view you as being that. All right. They view you as like a negotiator. You know how to compromise. You know how to make both sides happy. Opposition doesn't always mean that we're like confrontational, like where I just don't agree with you. It just means that I can see your views and I can have my own belief and we can still like be around each other. We can still like, you know, be friends. We can still, you know, hang out. We can still do whatever we want to do. Do I do moon rituals? No. No. It's I don't be going through all that. Like I fucks with it. Like I don't mind people that be doing it. Like you could do it. Hey, things I don't mind. Like, but I don't really trip too much on that. Keeping it all the way real. You know what I'm saying? Like I just be like focused on like the actual movements of the planets, and that'd be just all that I really care about. Tarot. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like eating healthy, exercising. You know what I mean? It's so much information that like I try not to get overloaded in like all the spiritual stuff. You know what I mean? Like at some point with spirituality, you can like lose touch with the reality of the earth or where we are right here in the physical. You know what I mean? Because a lot of it has to imply like it's 50-50. 50 of it is spiritual, or even say 90-10. But you still have to do that 10% of being here in the physical. You know what I'm saying? So like I try not to get too like spacey and go too far out there too much. You know what I mean? There's plenty of other people that do that. So like, you know, maybe I watch them and learn from them, but like I don't really try to engage into it. It's not my thing. Feel me? You said next time you know you put some bad juju. You feel me? I don't know how it all works. You know what I mean? I only know about tarot because I was like studying it, investigating it. Because I was thinking for the longest, man, they doing some witchcraft. Because I was listening to what other people were saying. But once I realized what was going on, I was like, oh shit, let me get up in here and start showing people. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. But anyway, they view you guys as being very easy to get along with, very harmonious. I would say like a generous person, but like more like a hostess. You like people to feel comfortable. They view you as somebody who like it's just somebody like very pleasant. You know what I mean? Attractive to look at. Like you be dressed nice and shit like that. You know what I mean? They like your aesthetics. So it could be like your lean body. Like maybe you're lean. If you're not lean, then it's just your aesthetic. Even if you're heavy, they just like how you present your body. You feel what I'm saying? They like how you present yourself. You always look good. All right. So how's the opposite gender view you? They respect you. All right. They respect you. They acknowledge you. You know what I mean? They feel internal conflicts about like how to get on the same page with you though, because they do want a long-term relationship with y'all, but like it may be your views. You know what I mean? Like the views, or it could be like you guys mirror each other when it comes to like demands and relationships. People could be viewing you as like somebody who like mirrors them. Like if they're not sharing with you, you're not sharing with them. If they're not texting you, you're not texting them. If they're not like giving you the same respect, you're not respecting them. So like it gives that vibe. Like they feel like you do back to them what they do to you. Like you're a mirror. I show you how much you're involved. I show you how much you increase the quality of life here. If you're not increasing things and making things easy on me, I'm not here to help you and make things easy on you either. You know what I mean? If you don't reach out to me, I'm not reaching out to you. So they view you as being like this type of person. Like you're not afraid of confrontation in that manner when it comes to relationships. You know what I mean? Or maybe they view you as being afraid of confrontation when it comes to relationships. It could be either or. You know what I mean? So they view you as somebody who will test their boundaries. You know what I mean? So you probably piss people off low key. Like they feel like you'll test their boundaries. All right, so anyway, how do they feel about you? How's the opposite gender feel about you? Yeah, tit for tat. That's how I be. Two of Cups. That's how they feel about you. They feel like you guys are good at compromising. They feel like you guys are mutually attracted to each other. It could be dealing with Cancer. All right. They definitely see family with you. They feel like you guys are like two peas in a pie. And we got the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, the Two of Cups. Romantic. All right. They just kind of feel like the relationship between y'all isn't stable. Now, they kind of feel like you guys haven't got past a certain point or like a milestone. The relationship between y'all, or like maybe the connection that y'all have, even if it's just like cordial, because like Libra can be very friendly, very like flirty and shit. So they may kind of view you guys as like maybe having relationships, but that don't really last too long, or that are unstable, or you know, maybe feel like you had relationships that were like that. You know, what I mean, that your relationships were unstable, and you know, maybe you like romanticize them. They also kind of feel like you're maybe still holding on to a past partner. You know, what I mean, or a past connection that you once were like holding like maybe memories with. Right? Could be dealing with the Aries. Or they feel like, yeah, it could be a Leo. So they find you guys to be a great catch. I promise y'all they'll do. So people view you guys to be a great catch. You're ambitious. You know what I mean? You're a leader. You're attractive. I don't know if you're tall. You could be tall. Some of you may be tall because the King of Wands is a tall person. So some of y'all could be tall, but you guys could be active, fit, a protector, loyal, devoted. Like you're somebody who comes to people's calls. You know what I mean? Like you're somebody who will show up when they need you to. Like if they call you, you're coming running. Here I come. You're showing up. You're loyal in that way. You know what I mean? Like so they find that to be very attractive. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they also view you as you 6 foot or he's 6 foot. You 6 foot, Empress Callie? In my head, I'm 5'7". No worries, Lucky. Hey, enjoy yourself, man. Don't let them work you too hard. You know they don't pay that much. They might, though. They might pay you an arm and a leg. I don't know. I'm just talking shit. I always tell that to people. Don't work too hard. You know they don't pay you that much. Oh, goddamn, you tall, too, girl. Probably looks good on you, though. So, anyway, they find you guys to be able to get what you desire, like just by being persistent, just by taking action. Like you're very persuasive. And a lot of people like to like be around you. A lot of people like maybe you get a lot of attention just because of like how you do stuff. Like it's like you're naturally noticed. You're 6'5", kitty? You serious? Don't lie to me. Don't fucking lie to me, because your profile picture does not look like you 6'5". Don't lie to me. All right, so hold A lot of people are designed, like the opposite sex desires to have a relationship with you. I guess the uncertainty is if you guys share the same values or the same beliefs. Like, do you want the same thing in relationships? They may feel like you don't want that. They don't really know because we got 4 wands in reverse, which means that there is a difference in our beliefs. You know what I mean? Like what we really desire in a relationship, they're not quite sure if you guys share that. Like they know there's attraction and they didn't know that you have feelings for them or something, or like there's some type of feeling of like being connected. Yeah, good night, Pintarina. They know there's some feeling of like being connected, but they just don't know if you're like necessarily like interested in grounding a connection or grounding a relationship with them. They want to meet up with y'all. If I'm really being honest, they want to meet up with y'all and maybe just like kind of feel the vibes. You know what I'm saying? So like they maybe want to have like I would say like a Netflix and chill or like a date night, or like they want to do something like that. Like they want to be able to like be around you, kind of feel the vibes. You know what I mean? Maybe try to show you like their best traits, like try to show like maybe dress up very nice. You know, if they're tall, they try to show you they're tall. If they're in shape, they try to show you their body. You know what I mean? Like if they dress really nice, they try to show you their fit. You know what I mean? Like they want you to kind of like acknowledge them too. Like acknowledge my style, acknowledge how I like present myself too. Aren't I pleasing to the eye? So the opposite sex wants to like please you. They want to be pleasing to the eye by you. All right. Yeah, I just say Netflix and chill, but it's really they just want to be like cozy with you, or like within a comfort space, or somewhere where it feels like we're both comfortable. And like it could even be a mutual ground. Like we can just meet at the, I don't know, I say the gym because I go to the gym often. So we could just like meet at the gym, or we could meet at like, I don't know, wherever else you may meet, the park or some shit, you know, like a mutual space. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like a mutual area. It don't always have to be like, but they do want fun. It could just be like a party, the club, the bar. It's like a meetup. I want to meet you somewhere. I say the Netflix and chill because of the 2 cups and the 4 wands. This is very close levels of intimacy. So even if you're not necessarily like at the house, wherever you guys are at, the opposite sex is like wanting to be closer to you so they can connect with you. All right, because they find you guys to be a great catch or very attractive. All right, very appealing to the eye. All right, 3 cups in reverse. They feel like you guys aren't really social with them. They also kind of feel like it's a third person party. They feel like other people are getting your attention, or other people are keeping you entertained. Could be them with the Cancer. You know what I mean? So like they could be like maybe trying to like be in their ego, or try to like stay like confidence, keep their confidence up around you. They feel like they have to like maybe like talk to other people, or like maybe keep their options open, or date around in some way. You know what I mean? Just to kind of like maybe like I was gonna say fill a void. So maybe like the opposite gender feels like they have to fill a void because they feel like you're not really looking at them, or you're not really like excited about like dating them. And the King of Wands upright is somebody who's like excited about dating, but they feel like they're more excited about dating you and like creating a real relationship or a real connection with you than you are with them. All right. So they feel like you don't have a lot of friends either. They feel like you don't really go out, or you don't really date like that. Like you don't really like entertain yourself like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't really socialize with people like that. Like you don't really have too many people around you like that. So this is how the opposite gender is viewing you. So they view you as like somebody who like if they got with you, you guys will automatically lock in. We would just be home all day long. Like that's how they kind of view it. We'd be home all day, or we'd be somewhere together, comfortable. Like if you guys would go on adventures or like random trips, they feel like it would just be y'all. It wouldn't be like a whole bunch of other people because you don't really have a whole bunch of other people around you. You know what I mean? But now, like I said, for some of y'all, they do feel like it's a third person party. Like maybe you do have a relationship, or you're just like dating around. Because the King of Wands and the 3 of Cups in reverse, they may kind of feel like you're dating around, but you give off this vibe like you're not. Like you're not really interested in dating. Like you're not really like, you know, maybe socializing with other people. You know what I mean? Like you give that impression. This is how they feel about you. All right, we got what we got? So we got Capricorn, Virgo. So they are a little bit afraid of like coming towards you guys. Like they're afraid of like maybe like I'm gonna say putting their like heart, like we're not even wearing their heart on the sleeve. It's kind of like they're afraid of like putting time into a situation or investing into the situation because they feel like you're not consistent with anything. You're not consistent when it comes to relationships. They don't see you consistently. They don't hear from you consistently. They feel like you're only loyal to yourself. And I'm really being honest. They feel like you're only like loyal to yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So they just feel like you guys are slow when it really comes to like really like diving into relationships. Like they feel like you'd rather just maybe like be around for like if anything like for the fun times, but not really for like the hard work or for like putting the energy into like building the connection, building the trust up, you know, building a friendship. Like that's what the opposite gender wants from you guys. They want you guys to like maybe be of service, be helpful, or they feel like that's what you want from them. And you don't socialize with people who don't bring things of value in your life. So like if they're not like doing stuff for you, if they're not helping you out, if they're not bringing money in, then it's like, yeah, I'm not really paying attention to you. I'm not really socializing with you like that. You really can't even be my friend. You know what I mean? So this is how the opposite gender is feeling about you. But they want relationships, though. We got Taurus here. They found you guys to be very traditional, old-fashioned, like by the book. You know what I mean? You guys always have this right and the wrong way, very strong principles. That's what it is. They feel like that's what's really keeping you guys from like having connections with them. You just don't compromise on your values. They feel like you're negotiable, but you're not on your values and your principles. Like you have certain like views and outlooks that they feel are outdated. You know what I mean? And not necessarily like valid for the times that we live in. You know what I mean? Or not necessarily conducive to the outcome that you want in romance. So they're kind of saying like you're shooting yourself in the foot if you want a relationship. You get what I'm saying? So it's like one of those, like you're too cool for school at times, or like too self-assured. Not saying that you're like not worthy of it. They're just saying that like the way that you're going about doing stuff, it's not working anymore. Like, you know what I mean? It's time for you to make a choice to do something different. So this is how they feel about y'all. Anyway, let me give signs. Could be a Libra, could be a Cancer, could be an Aries, could be a Leo, could be a Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Sagittarius. They do feel like you guys are very beneficial. They feel like it's also very lucky that they encounter you and that they run across you. Because they feel like there's like a big change. When you came into their life, a lot of stuff changed around them. They've watched you guys evolve, or they've watched you guys like change how you do stuff. And they feel like things are going well for you guys. So like opposite genders watched you guys grow and like, you know, go through these different like phases and become another version of yourself. Not like in a Scorpio way, but like in a way where they knew it was eventually going to catch up to you, where eventually you're going to get your confidence up. Eventually you're going to become more active. Eventually you're going to take yourself more seriously. So they already kind of like felt this way about you. You know what I mean? Like they kind of seen it coming, if I'm really being honest. So like maybe these are people who were like, we were once dating and they rejected you guys, or they weren't really like open to you guys in the way that you wanted to. And so like you guys maybe got your confidence up and now you guys aren't interested, because it kind of gives that vibe of like maybe not being the most interested after maybe like not getting what I needed at one time. Like these could have been like previous people who used to be like friends or used to like date, but like it could have been like maybe they were involving others, or it could just been like there was no real trust, because the Three of Cups is here. So it could just be like there was no real trust between y'all. It was just like really for the good times. You know what I mean? So anyway, let's get over here to Leo. You said this one Cancer I know, and then the throw up sign. Yeah, me too. I'm a work in progress. I ain't perfect. You know what I mean? Not on weekdays, but Saturday and Sunday I am. Saturday and Sunday, as soon as I wake up, perfect. I turn it right on, like my swag. You know what I mean? So, Leo. Ooh. All right, well, we're going to go with those, because those just flew out. So we're going to see. This is how people are viewing you. Oh, they're viewing you guys as healing. Insecurities. All right, they view you guys as very diplomatic. So they view you guys to be like a loner. You know what I mean? But I was even say kind of like popular, or being known for doing your own thing. Very ambitious, very driven. All right, you guys are a go-getter. But they kind of feel you guys to be like very nonchalant. People view you guys to be very nonchalant. Maybe a little bit like quirky, weird at times. You know what I mean? Like you seem to be, I'm going to say outspoken too. Like you could be very outspoken and competitive and aggressive. But like, you like, it seems like you not like you, okay, this is what it is. It's like you separate yourself from everybody else. Like that's how they feel about you. The opposite gender kind of feels like you stand out from everybody else, but like you kind of like purposely separate yourself from everybody else by like doing things different than others. You know what I mean? Like you get, I would say that you get sparked up, or you get passionate about things. You know what I mean? So they like how passionate you get about things. They're viewing you as somebody who will go after the things that they desire. You know, you'll fight if you have to. You know what I mean? They also view you as being very like jealous, or like maybe other people are jealous of you. You know what I mean? So it could be one of those too. It may be both. You know, it may be both, because you guys do garner a lot of attention. So it may be like they may view you as being jealous, like if you're not getting the attention, but they also may view other people being jealous of you if you are getting the attention. So they like competitive can be in that manner where we all desire maybe a position on the band crew. You know what I mean? At the being band, but maybe there's only enough room for 3 saxophones. And then, you know what I mean, I'm playing, you're playing, and maybe 2 of our friends are playing. And I want one of my friends to play, so like we're competitive. And if one of your friends get in, or 2 of your friends get in, and one of mine don't, but I do, or vice versa, then maybe I'd be jealous, or I'd be angry. You know what I mean? Because like you're very competitive, they feel like. But they also feel like you don't really care about like too much about the outcome. You'll just go. All right, so a lot of people are viewing you in this way where it's like you have this spiritual strength. You just kind of like seem to go on forever. So you may have like a lot of stamina, you know what I mean? A lot of like durability, you know what I mean? That's what it kind of seems like. You're like durable, all right? Like you can take a hit, take a bump, and keep on going. Take a lick, it's okay, keep on going. So for some of y'all, they view you guys as like healing, maybe your insecurities, maybe your fears of like being aggressive or being assertive, of like confidently putting yourself out there without worrying about the expectations of the like the naysayers. So like they're viewing you as somebody who's like finally like free themselves from that. You know what I mean? So like now you just seem to like do your own thing, and they kind of view you as like over aggressive in a way at times, or like overly confident, or like very impulsive. You just do what you want when you want to. So like the insecurities or the vulnerabilities you were dealing with, they don't really exist to them anymore. They don't view that in you anymore. At least they don't feel that there is there anymore. So it could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio, could be an Aquarius. All right, so they feel vulnerable around you. They view you as like maybe like healing through those vulnerabilities, but they feel vulnerable around y'all. And I haven't even gotten to the tarot, but I'm just telling y'all, they feel vulnerable around y'all. All right, so you're very opinionated. You always got something to say. You're like a clap back type of person. Shoot and then ask questions later. One of those right now. That's how they view you. Very sexual, very confident, very passionate. All right. You may have like I was gonna say otherworldly strength. So maybe you have strength out of nowhere. Like even if you don't work out, you just maybe like strong. Like, oh shit. Like where'd you get that from? You know what I mean? It makes me think about this girl that I'll be joking with sometimes when her butt be looking fat, because she don't really have like the biggest butt, but like when it be looking fat, like, where'd you get that? You bought that at Target? That looks really nice on you today. You know? Oh man, that is a strong thing to say, but it'd be funny. It'd be all in jokes. So anyway, they find you guys to be very adaptable. They feel like you guys are very adaptable, but they also feel like you guys play games. Like you guys are selfish or self-motivated, only looking for what you guys could get. All right, could be done with the Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, or they feel like you're looking for the best that you can get. All right. That was kind of harsh when I said that. 5 foot in curls. All right. This is said sexy is my first and last name. I believe it. I haven't seen too many unattractive Leos in my life. You know what I mean? Even the heavy ones. I'm like, hey, damn, we look good. Even the short ones. Even the old ones. I'm like, damn, what are y'all doing? We'll be in the Leo water. What water y'all be drinking? I gotta sip a little bit myself. Keep me right. You feel me? So anyway, you feel like you guys are like, maybe for some of y'all people feel like you're a trophy, or they feel like that's what you look for when it comes to relationships. You only look for self-gratification. Like they feel like you guys are selfish. You guys are only out for self-gain. You know what I mean? Materialistic. Always looking for maybe like a come up, or looking for a financial, I would say a handout, or looking for other opportunities. Like they feel like you monkey branch. Like nothing's ever good enough for you. Nothing ever really satisfies you. So like you go from like one person, or go from like one situation. Like you could be in a great situation, but they feel like, oh, well, I'm about to go do something else. You know, because they feel like you always had this hunger for more. You know, because sometimes with that Mars energy, I think of it being as insatiable. You know what I'm saying? So they may feel like you're healing. Either some of y'all, they're viewing you guys as healing that vulnerability of being insatiable and needing to always be on the go and always needing to have what you desire right now. Or they're viewing you as like working through that, trying to adapt to that, trying to look at that from a detached perspective, or trying to look at it from the outside looking in. Like maybe like getting away from it a little bit, separating away from maybe a certain friend group, or separating for like certain people that made you guys feel insecure. All right, so maybe you guys, like, I was gonna say some of y'all moved away, because I'm looking at the ships and stuff. So some of y'all maybe like moved away from people that maybe like kept you feeling like up and down, or that were wishy-washy with you. All right, they feel like you are wishy-washy though, but like they also feel like that's what you did, like you get away. So they kind of feel like it's always about you. I know it's a Leo thing, so like just go with me for a second, because you know what I'm saying. Like they already know like it's about you, and it is. That's really what it is, and that's how they feel. Like it's always about you, like what you can get, what you can gain, what makes you happy. You know what I mean? So like the opposite gender is feeling this way about you, like you're really about you. You know what I mean? It has to go your way. So they feel like you guys are controlling, but it doesn't seem that way at first. Queen of Cups, they feel like you guys give. I mean, not Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. They feel like you guys give like the family vibe. So like you're always self-motivated, because Queen of Pentacles in reverse is somebody who's self-motivated to gain material, money, security. So when she comes to give you, she's like the Knight of Pentacles. He's only loyal to himself if there's something to be gained. You know what I mean? Like if this like if the it's like a job. Like the Knight of Pentacles would be like a person, or let's say fuck the Knight of Pentacles for right now, because he's not even on the spread right now. Queen of Pentacles. All right, so this is somebody who's corrupt. Like, you know, so this is somebody who's always focused on, like I said, what they can gain from a situation. They're very strategic, but this is somebody who's also willing to get their hands dirty. You know what I mean? And they'll use whatever they have to use to make it happen. So this is how the opposite gender feels about you guys. That you guys are selfish, self-possessed, care a lot about finances, care a lot about what you can get. You come off as greedy. This is not very nice. This is not very nice. So you might want to like just kind of like chill out for a second, because it's not always that nice. And then we got the Devil here and the Ten of Cups. Like they feel like you guys use either relationships, family as like power, control. Like the reason that you give or do stuff for people is because you're expecting something on the back end. Like you don't come sincere. This is how they view you. The opposite gender feels like you're always about a dollar, or you're always about an opportunity, and you'll like branch out if whoever's around you is not providing in the way that you expect them to. You know what I mean? So you it's like you're always in like a celebratory energy. They feel like you're always celebrating, or you're always like at functions, or you're always like maybe having like large groups of people around you, or you have like a lot of people who like are fanboying or fangirling over you. You know what I mean? Like, because they feel you to be like, with the Devil here, it's like toxic. They view you to be toxic, and then the Death reverse, which just means, so you got the Death and the Devil next to each other. So now look, because this could be kind of hard. They could be like feeling like some of y'all like sexual deviants, or like very sexual hoes, 304s. They're viewing you in that way. You know what I mean? Not all of you, but like just for the most part, that they feel like you guys hide the relationship thing behind you guys being very sexual. So you guys get into partnerships or get into relationships just so you could like go crazy. Like you may have an addiction of smoking, drinking, entertainment. You know what I mean? Like you guys are pleasure seekers in their mind. This is how the opposite sex or gender views you, as like a pleasure seeker. Wanting the relationship, but you're wanting it for maybe the status, or you're wanting it for the control. The Devil is like a lust of money, power, you know what I mean? Authority, status, you know what I'm saying? Sex, and like overindulgence, insatiable, just like I was telling you with the Mars energy, insatiable. So they feel like nothing is ever good enough for you. All right, so it's almost like a frustration. But with the Death in reverse, it's almost like they really can't leave you guys alone, because they feel like you guys have done something to them. For some of y'all, they feel you guys put magic on them or some shit like that. Or they just feel like maybe the sex is too good, or they just also kind of feel like they can't let go of you because there's like a codependent bond with you. Like, so they feel attached to you. The opposite gender feels attached to you for some reason. It's obsessive. You know what I mean? Like there's a sexual desire for you, but there's also a desire to have a relationship. Even if it's a make-believe relationship in their mind, there's a desire to have a relationship and to give to you. So they feel like in order to be able to like get stuff from you, they need to, it becomes, you know what it is? It's a transactional relationship. This is what the opposite gender feels like they would have with you. Transactional relationship, where they'll give to you and then you'll do this for them. You know what I mean? So that's what they view. You know what I mean? That's what they're feeling about you. It's like you want a relationship, but you want the relationship to have control, to have authority, or to have status, or to say that you've attained somebody. You know what I mean? That's maybe like, I don't know, powerful, or somebody who's like stable, or just to say that you've been with somebody. Like you're almost like a trophy hunter is what they view you or feel about you. Like you're just a trophy hunter. You want relationships just to say that you had it, just to say I was the one there, or I was the first person to be there. Like you like Ray J. I hit it first. You know that song? It's one of those, like, y'all, or like he spent on me first, or he tricked on me first, or he did this and that first. Like, so you guys are very materialistic in these people's and the opposite gender's mind right now. They view you guys as maybe being a little bit hard to like get rid of, or like hard to like free themselves from. Like you really changed a lot of people's lives, and I say a lot of people because of the Nine of Cups being people who were like previous conquerors or previous successes, people we once had before. You feel what I'm saying? So they view you as that, or feeling that way about you guys. You're not their usual type either, though. With that Aquarius energy, you're not people's usual type. This doesn't always mean you're not attractive. It could just mean that you're maybe more attractive than what they're used to. Maybe you're wealthier than what they're used to. Maybe you're broker than what they're used to. Maybe you're heavier than what they're used to. Maybe you're black. Maybe you're white. Maybe you're shorter. Maybe you're anything than what they're used to. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're viewing about you. It's like, you know what I mean? This isn't what I was expecting to get into, but I desire you for some reason, and I can't really put my finger on it. Why is this? You know what I mean? So they feel like you guys play a lot of games, and you're sometimey. All right, so anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Capricorn, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Scorpio. Damn. Not you guys pissing people off. You said that a Leo man. Now I know Leo women that be like that, and I know Leo men that be like that too. I just didn't like recognize all those traits there. I was like, I have to pay attention there because I got a Leo daughter. I have to pay attention and watch her real quick and observe her. But you know what I always know? I don't know. Like Linus Kitty, you said that you had your dad though. Your dad was in the military. A lot of Leo women that I knew didn't really have dads in their lives. That was like a big thing I noticed. You know what I mean? Like you're one of the rare ones I've seen, and my daughter, she got one. And then like there's some other ones, like her cousin, she's a Leo. She has her dad, but a lot of them I recognize they go through that pattern where they didn't have, like if they had a father, he was really just working. He was like a career-driven type of person, so he wasn't really like connecting with them. I don't know if that's the case for all of them, but for the most part, I've noticed that. Excuse me, y'all. Yeah, he definitely holding on to him. That's what that Mars energy be too. It'd be really possessive. All right. So anyway, Virgo, how does the opposite sex view you? Oh, it's Venus. So they view you guys as very attractive, having a lot of self-worth, aesthetically pleasing on the eyes, soft, tender, like a lady. Even if you're a man, just soft, tender, like a lady. So you be having like good personal ethics, good personal values. You're confident, easy to talk to. I like having you around, and I don't mind looking to the left to see what you're doing because something about you is very appealing. All right, you have a lot of sex appeal. All right, so this is how the opposite gender views you. Yeah, they are gone a lot, so they're not as present. He's your biggest supporter, of course. That's me with my daughter. Like, yeah, I'm the biggest supporter. I always show up because I can't be there as much as I would like. Would you like me to be successful and take care of stuff, or would you like me to be the dad that's always there? You know what I mean? Eventually, you're gonna be tired because dad don't got no money. Why he don't got no money? You know what I mean? He don't never spend nothing. He don't never buy. Well, I'd be like that anyway. I'd be chinchy with my money. We only gonna get certain stuff. We're not about to like splurge out. We're not doing that. Girl, I'm not a millionaire yet. We'll get there. Relax. Right? So anyway, how's the opposite gender is viewing you guys? They view you guys as very abundant. They also view you guys as like a lucky opportunity or a very like expansive opportunity. Like running across you is a big deal. We got Jupiter here. Ding, ding, ding. Virgo, you guys got it too. So they're viewing you guys as a big deal. Very attractive too. They view you guys as like maybe having a lot of other partners or possibilities or potentials to have a lot of unions or relationships. All right. They may view you as somebody who's dating around, you know what I mean, or is like open to dating around, like you're creating a new philosophy around relationships, or you guys are creating a new philosophy that's giving you a lot more self-worth. This is how they're viewing you guys. All right. They're also viewing you guys as somebody who maybe like lacks individuality. So they may view you guys as always in a relationship, or always having partners, or always having the opportunity maybe for sex, or for like dates, or like people wanting to like give stuff to you, be generous with you, or they're viewing you as somebody who's very generous. You know what I mean? So it's one of those two. Like you're always like trying to date, take people out, you know what I mean, being very generous or some shit like that. I don't know how it works for all of you. You know what I mean? But they are viewing you as somebody who would increase the quality of their life, make them have an easier life. They view you as somebody who they would like to merge with and empower themselves to like really like take this situation to the next level. So they do view you in that way. What am I doing here? So they view you guys as good luck, very optimistic, outgoing, maybe a traveler, like maybe having like different philosophies, different spiritualities. You seem to be well knowledgeable. You know what I mean? Maybe you have like a lot of experiences that you call on, a big imagination. Like you're good at like putting your clothes together or like dressing up and shit like that. They like that about you. All right. I just put my bedroom voice on. You seen that? It just be like coming in and out sometimes. I can't help it. It just be like happening some days. So they like your values. Seven of Wands. How they feel about you guys though? So they feel like you guys are always doing something. All right, like you guys are always maybe like being busy, maybe too busy for them, or they feel like it's a waste of time to try to put energy or try to fight for the connection or try to fight for your attention. They feel like you got a lot of other people around you. For real, this is how they're viewing you. So they are inspired by you. So like you inspire people to like get dressed, to like be their best, to look their best. And like if you're a male, they want to try to like walk past you and like get your attention. They try to like pretend not to see you. They feel like they need to pretend not to see you because they feel like it would be pointless to try to put energy into you or try to like contest or like try to compete for your attention or approval. Let me give you signs real quick. Could be a Sagittarius. Yo, my hair on my beard, I forgot to cut it down because it's like going in my nose and it's making me like itch my nose. So when I get off of this, I'm gonna make sure I cut that down. I forgot about that. Y'all didn't even tell me when I did the shape up. Nobody even said nothing. I guess it wasn't that great, but I was proud. I was like, yo, I didn't go to the barber. I cut it. I was like, oh, it was me. I don't have to keep paying $20 for you just to shape a beard up. I did it. Whoa, you know what I mean? I don't have to wait every other week to get a beard shape up when I could just do it myself. So I was like really proud of that. One day it was a guy in here. I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Dan or if it was James Walker or who it was. One of them came in here and was like, bro, it's just hair. You can cut it yourself. And I was like, fuck yeah. This is why we need men on the channel. Because the women was like, no, you're okay, Nudie. Like, because y'all used to go into the shops and shit. Men was like, look, man, it's just a beard. Cut that shit. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Thanks. Anyway, so people are viewing you as maybe being courted by a lot of people. All right. And how they feel is that they would have to be strategic to like make it seem like they're not doing, like they don't want to do too much. That's what the opposite gender is. They don't want to do too much with y'all. They want everything to like, they want to be strategic about how they approach you. They want to stand out. So the opposite gender kind of like feels like they need to ignore you. That's what the opposite gender feels like. They feel like they need to ignore you, avoid you. They may feel like you're an avoidant type of person. You don't really like to deal with conflict, or you don't really like to like deal with like straightforwardness. You're not really a blunt, like, you know what I mean? Like you're more pleasant. You're more relaxed, chilled. Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't want to do too much around you. They don't want to like overplay their hand. They don't want to like over assert themselves with you. They don't want to be too aggressive. You know what I mean? Like they feel like they have to be very pleasant with you, very gentle. You know what I mean? And they feel like they have to like encourage you and like make you feel like, like you're maybe, I don't know, hot shit, or like they feel like they have to idolize you in a way, or like they have to like place you on a pedestal, like give you princess treatment or like king treatment. This is how the opposite gender feels about you. And like the ones who are interested in you, these are the ones that feel like they can't really like win you over. You know what I mean? They feel like you might take advantage of them. So they feel like they have to be strategic with how they like interact with you or how they talk to you. They have to avoid like certain conversations with you. You know what I mean? Like maybe you're very good at talking. Maybe it's hard to like look at you like eye to eye, you know what I mean? Or have like eye contact with you. Cause like, it's maybe that it's like that attraction is kind of hard with this person, with you, for like how the opposite gender feels. They feel very attracted to you guys in that way. All right. At least the people who are attracted to you. That's what you need to know. Don't like, it's not the world. So don't be fucking stupid. But like the people who are attracted to you, this is how they feel about you. It's hard to look you guys in the eye. They try not to keep eye contact too long with you guys. And they try not to be very direct about the stuff that maybe like disappoints them or bothers them about you. You know what I mean? Like they just want to kind of like keep everything copacetic, keep the vibes really relaxed, chilled. You know what I mean? They want you to feel as comfy as possible. So they just don't want to seem like they're doing the most to make y'all start the relationship up. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, could be an Aquarius, Leo, Pisces, Sag, Libra, Taurus. All right, so they do want to offer you guys a lot more stability, or they want to offer you guys something substantial. They at least want to have a fresh start with you. That's how they feel. They feel like you guys would be a fresh start, but like they don't know how to say it. And they don't know what like moves to really make. So they're being very strategic. They feel like they have to be very strategic about how they make this offer to you, or about how they initiate with you, like how they show up, because they find you to be very attractive. So it's like they feel like they maybe need to come with stuff in hand. I heard a bird in hand, so whatever. They feel like they need to have something in hand or come with something to offer you when they come towards you. The opposite gender. Wow. Why do they feel that way about you? They take y'all seriously though, because of that Sagittarius energy. That makes you a big deal. You know what I mean? So like they may view you as being like I would say independent, because that is a Virgo energy, but like having so many other options and opportunities around that, like, you don't really like match up with people, or you don't really connect with people on that level. You know what I mean? It's more like for pleasure, but I'm not gonna say like just sex, but like just to like maybe like build real connections, because Venus can be like self love, but it can also be like relationships that are like they're intimate, but they're like very mature. They're like relationships that you can like introduce your mom to. They don't always have to like extend into sex. They do have sex, but like if they feel like that's not your main goal, like, and they don't really know what is your main goal. You know what I mean? Like, so for somebody else, like they don't feel like money is like all that you're worried about either. So then, what is your main goal? Like, that's how the opposite gender feels about you. Well, what is it that you really want? You know what I mean? Like, they feel like whatever they're going to give to you, they have to really figure it out. Like, I need to like observe you, but I need to act like I'm not observing you, because I don't want you to think that I'm too pressed or that I'm doing the most around you, because I know that you got a lot of people that are around you. So I need to stand out. How do I stand out? If everybody's approaching you, I'm not going to approach you. If everybody's talking to you, I'm going to avoid you. I'm not even going to look at you. This is how the opposite gender feels about you. I'm not even going to pay you attention like that. But they also feel like you guys are very sneaky. They feel like you guys are sneaky, and that you guys take advantage of situations when given the chance to, because you feel like you're better than people. You got a Six of Pentacles here in reverse. So this is going in another direction for a second, because some of y'all, they feel like you guys think you're better than people, because they do see you as a big deal and find you guys to be very attractive, and they feel like you guys have a lot of beneficial opportunities or a lot of situations where people want to work with you, people are helping you, people increase the quality of life in your life and shit like that. But at the same time, they also feel like you guys break from other people, or that you guys are like giving to other people. You know what I mean? Like, you guys kind of push yourselves up there on that pedestal. Why? Because other people do too. Oh, we got a devil here. Yeah. So some of y'all, they feel like you guys are still attached to a past partner, a past lover, and that's why you guys aren't really open to relationships, or like very stern or very strict, or have like strong boundaries or high expectations. Like, that's what it is. People feel like you think you're better than them, or like they're not as valuable. Like, what they offer you isn't really valuable. Like, you can't really use it. You know what I mean? So that's what they feel. So a lot of them, they kind of feel like you didn't value what they offer, or you don't value what they offer, or you don't find them to be worthy of like investing in. All right, let me give you something real quick again. We got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Libra, Aquarius, Sag, Pisces, Libra, Taurus, Leo. All right. So some of y'all, if you were dealing with somebody, they feel like you guys took advantage of them. All right. They feel like maybe you guys, for some of y'all, they feel like you guys stole money from them. All right. Like the opposite gender may feel like you guys stole money from them, or they feel like you guys were stealing opportunities from them. All right. Or like you guys were like avoiding, like running from the relationship, from investing in the relationship equally. All right. They might feel like you guys are toxic, and like getting involved with you would be nothing but heartache, or would be nothing but like depression, sadness. They feel like it would be hard to get over you after getting involved with you in that way. Like, they sexualize you guys a lot, and they look at you guys as a temptation, but they also look at you guys as something that they would desire like wholeheartedly. Like, even if it would crash and burn, they still would want it, just to see what can happen. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? It's one of those. Like, they really feel that way. Like, they also kind of feel like you guys are like tempted by like money, pleasure, you know what I mean, success, you know what I mean, designer, like the finest things, you know what I mean? But like, you don't really know the value of those things, and you don't really appreciate those things either. So like, you just kind of like spend your money however. They feel like you would just be like they would have to spend on you, or like that you would have to spend on them. You know what I mean? And or that you would spend on them. So let's say that you spend on them. They feel like if you spend on them, it would be to, like, to get control of them, and to have authority, and to be able to like tell them what to do. And they feel like they would be sorry and worse for wear if they did that. And then for others of you, they feel like all you would do is drain their money. Like, if they were dating you, then they would just drain your money. You know what I'm saying? Now, for some of y'all, I'm gonna say this other, because it could also go in another way, where like the partners that like the opposite gender could be strategizing about how to take advantage of you by presenting an opportunity where they feel like they don't have to invest as much. They may try to either give you sex, material, resources, assistance, but they would want a transactional relationship with you, one where it's give to get. All right. Where like, you give me this, I'm gonna give you this. You know what I mean? So it would be like a sex for hire type of thing, or you know what I mean, like a prostitution thing, or like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, they kind of feel that way about it. Like, they feel like there's a strategy to dealing with you. All right. And it's like a strong pull towards you. You guys are very magnetic. It's hard not to look at you. That's what you need to know. It's hard not to look at you. They want to look at you. All right, but they just kind of feel like it's not worth the energy or the time putting into like trying to fight for this or trying to prove a point. They feel like, fuck it, you won, or you got whatever you got going on. It is what it is. I'm not even about to like waste my time with this shit. You know what I mean? So anyway, give signs. Could be a Libra, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, uh, Sag, Pisces, Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Libra. All right. Whoa. I did not see that coming. That was kind of like extensive there. This was actually a really good reading. I enjoyed doing this. I'm glad I came up with this idea. All right. So, Libra, how are they viewing you? How does the opposite gender view you? Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. Okay, I didn't even see me doing this well. All right, cool. So, how do they view you? They view you guys as intense. All right. Possibly somebody who's changed, maybe changed at their image, or is like now maybe become more confrontational. They also kind of view you guys as maybe like taboo in a way. Like it's a mystery, really. The eighth house is like the house of mystery, the house of sex, house of deeds, house of insurance. So maybe they're viewing you guys like maybe like being able to get other people's money, being able to get other people's resources, but like using sex or using maybe like spirituality or using like just stuff that like people are maybe afraid of, or like stuff that people normally wouldn't engage in to your benefit. So you're able to use these type of things to your benefit. Things that would normally be confrontational, or things that maybe would like edge on the line of like maybe I was gonna say maybe being illegal, or things that would like edge along the lines of being like unaccepted by like society. All right. So it could just be that. You know, they also view you as being like very uncertain at times, or wavering a lot, like being up and down. Sometimes that's a Libra energy. That's not new shit. All right. So how are they gonna be viewing you guys? They're gonna be viewing you guys as somebody who's having a lot of internal conflict though, but not really expressing it. You have fears of intimacy or fears of allowing people to get closer to you. You guys don't really trust people. So they're viewing you as somebody who like keeps their cards close to their chest. You know what I mean? And sometimes you just rock the boat just for like fuck's sake. Like there may be no real reason for you to like start trouble, but you just do. So you feel like sometimes you just come in on a warpath just looking to like round people up. You know what I mean? This is how the opposite gender feels. Like some days you just want trouble. I can see it in your eye, or I can see how you're talking. You just want to start something. Oh, okay. So that's how they feel about you. They feel like you guys mirror them a lot, or you do back to them what they do. So the opposite gender feels like you're like them. They feel like looking at you is like how I'd be. Oh, damn, you a player too? Or, oh, damn, not you lying to me like I just lied to you. That's not how it goes. So they feel like you know the game. You know what I mean? So they feel like you know secrets, because the eighth house could be the house of secrets. So they feel like you know secrets. So it's conflict with y'all, because they're very uncertain about like how to deal with you. You get what I'm saying? Like I can't pull one over on you the way that I would pull over on everybody else. So like, cause you know something that other people don't know, so they feel that way about you. Hey, what's up, Mackie? All right, did I do this deck? I didn't. Oh wait, I want to do this deck over here. Let me get these. So they view you guys as like sharing resources, or like being able to get resources, or that other people share with you. And for some of y'all, it's for sex. You know what I mean? So the best on YouTube, huh? Thank you so much, Priceless. I do my best though. I just do my best. All right. So they do want to do joint ventures with y'all. Ooh, they view you guys to be heartbreakers. They feel like you guys broke their heart, or that they made some type of mistake, rushing so quickly to get into a relationship with you, or rushing so fast to like be vulnerable with you. Could be dealing with an Aquarius. Could be with a Sag, a Libra, Scorpio, Sag. They feel like things turned in your favor after they started like expressing how they felt. So the opposite gender feels like you're a heartbreaker, that you're used to getting a lot of like messages, or a lot of like flirty text, or a lot of like flooded calls, or a lot of people are always trying to get your attention while you just be doing whatever you be doing. They view you guys to be like an aspiring star, or just popular, but like not really aware of like your potential just yet. So like they feel like you have a lot more potential to be like further, but like you're not quite aware of it yet. So they feel like you downplay yourself at times. All right, this is what the opposite gender feels like. You downplay yourself at times. They also feel like some of y'all lost weight. So they've been observing you guys, like observing maybe your patterns, or observing like your body. They notice your body. The opposite gender notices your body. All right, they notice also like how you interact with other people, or how you don't interact with them like that. So like maybe you don't really talk to the opposite gender like that. Like maybe they always message you all the time, but you don't really say too much to them. You know what I'm saying? Or it could be the opposite direction where maybe they like are always like you're always messaging them, but they're like trying to like play it cool. You know what I mean? Like they're looking, they maybe like I was gonna say they see it to be beneficial, but like they feel like they have to like play it cool. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like you haven't really got to your full potential just yet. So like if you're a male, they're kind of like, I'm not gonna say waiting, but they're observing because they know that like it's inevitable, like a big change is coming your way. That maybe either some of y'all are getting like a lawsuit, or like life in general is about to like start swinging in your favor. So like they're kind of like just observing you, watching you. They try to keep conversation going. You know what I mean? They feel like you guys are still dealing with a heartbreak or still dealing with some type of like ending in your life, and it's transformed you into this other version of yourself now, where you oppose maybe like traditional values, or you oppose the old way of like how you used to be. So like they feel like you've grown, or like it's like a phoenix rising. They view you guys as like maybe like transformed, maybe after a hurt or after like a long-term relationship, because the eighth house comes after the seventh house, which is a long-term relationship, which could have either went to marriage and us maybe, or like to us living together, sharing resources, maybe sharing my car, sharing taxes, you know what I mean, sharing bills and shit like that, life insurance policies, maybe we did that, to either going to an ending in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, one where it was traumatic, you still hold on to those feelings, you still maybe have those same fears, you're afraid to really make choices, like, you know what I mean, to make situations go further, you don't keep, like, you don't let connections go past a certain point, you know what I mean, you care more about like your personality, but they also feel like your personality has changed. So like who you are now is totally different. They feel like you haven't grown into that just yet. So the opposite gender feels like you're about to grow. I don't know how to do the fireworks. I don't know. What is it? What do I do? I don't know. What do I do? Would that get it? No, that's not it. All right, I don't know. I forgot how I did it. I don't know. It was like a hand thing. Like, what did I do? It was something I did. It was crazy. I don't know what to do. But anyway, um, so the opposite. Okay, so anyway, the opposite gender. They feel like you guys be keeping secrets. All right, like you guys are afraid to be vulnerable with people. You don't really like communicate like how you feel with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like they have to like really have to dig deeper to really get to know who you are. You know what I'm saying? That's how they feel about y'all. A lot of y'all, like I said, a lot of y'all, they do kind of view you guys as heartbreakers because you guys are still holding on to some previous grudge. You guys maybe are like lowering their expectations at times. Like maybe they expected more from you, but like, or like maybe you're like helping them lower their expectations, or maybe you're helping them like face reality, or they feel like that's what they're going to do with you, that they need to do that with you, like help you face reality in some way by maybe interacting with you differently or helping you up in some way. So the opposite gender wants to help you up. They want to keep up faith of maybe like running into you again or interacting with you again. So like if they don't see you, then they're like hoping to run into you again. Because like they do have like big hopes and like desires for this to go somewhere, but like they felt like maybe they like the last time they interacted with you, that maybe they like mishandled it, like, or did it the wrong way. You know what I mean? So like they're waiting on an opportunity for things to like shift back around. Look, we got 8 cups here in reverse. So the opposite gender is hoping for an opportunity to come back towards you. Could be dealing with the Pisces. They're hoping to be able to come back towards you guys and interact with you guys. This time they feel like it would be a better outcome. They feel like you would be able to see them for who they are, or that they could be a lot more authentic or a lot more real with you the next time. But also some of them, they feel like they need to release some type of expectations that they had in general. Like they may have felt like they didn't really see you clearly, and they didn't really see this situation clearly. Some of y'all, they could be viewing you guys as opportunists. You know what I mean? You only hang around for situations while it's good, and then you're gone. You know what I mean? Because we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which can be somebody who's self-motivated. Oh my gosh, and the Nine of Cups, which can be somebody who's self-motivated and greedy. The Nine of Cups in reverse. So they view you guys as like being trophy hunters, trophy seekers, greedy, self-possessed, only care about what I can get, what I can gain. So they feel like that's the philosophy that's changed about you. That's what it is. They say like after a hurt or a heartbreak, now you are looking to get stuff from people. And if they don't have stuff that you can benefit from, or they're not fitting a certain picture or view or aesthetic that's on your mind, then you're not interested. What's up, FK Slay? That's how the opposite gender feels about you guys. They feel like you get so many other offers, so many other people are like messaging you or trying to get to know you or trying to reach out to you, that you don't even really focus on them. You're not even like worried about them. They find you guys to be very stubborn. They feel like you guys are very stubborn, and that you guys will leave people behind very easily because so many other people want you. But they also kind of feel like these people that want you are very low key, or they're like you keep them secretive. So like you be having relationships or you be having connections and people don't see them. So the opposite gender is like in your business. You're a mystery. They don't know what you're doing. You know what I mean? They just make up these illusions or these fantasies or these projections about what they imagine to be going on. You feel me? So, yeah. Yeah, mom, they feel like they missed mistakes. They made a mistake and you just left them behind. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway, let me give you the signs. We got Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Scorpio, Sag, Pisces, Aquarius, Sag, Libra, Leo. Yeah. Nothing's ever good enough for you guys. That's how they feel. Nothing's ever good enough. But they also kind of feel like you don't have that much anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that you don't, but like they may feel that way. Like how, like they may feel like, so this is what I was going to say, like beggars turn into choosers. So like they may kind of like, because if you're not accepting what they're offering, they may feel, or maybe they feel like they're begging. That might be it too. It could be them feeling like they're begging. But I just heard beggars turn into choosers. So like maybe at one time you were begging, now you're getting to choose. You get what I'm saying? So that might be like what it is. It could be a grudge that they may be holding with you. You know what I mean? Like again, kind of like Cancer, where like maybe people weren't choosing you at one time, and then suddenly you guys either lost weight, changed your personality, changed your appearance, changed how you carried yourself or some shit like that. And now it's like people would die for you. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know you were gonna be like that, Libra. They weren't choosing you before. Now they feel left behind. So it's one of those type of things. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't really making sense at first, but now as I'm really like thinking about it, that's where it's coming from. That's where it comes from. It's like, oh damn, how dare you have some type of self-worth or some type of value of yourself? How dare you expect more from me than what I can give to you? You know what I mean? How dare you be able to take care of your own needs and not really want me around if I don't offer value? Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like that's how they feel about y'all. Hey, I love that for you though. Scorpio. All right, so Scorpio, how does the opposite, well, how does the opposite gender view you? So how do they view you? As a Pisces, a very romantic type of person. All right, kind of magical, kind of mystical. Also like dreamy, like a Ken doll, even if you're not white, or like shaped like Ken with a chin doll that's strong as shit, like the Crimson Chin. Even if you don't have that like facial feature, or you're not like tall, you know what I mean? Or they just view you to be very dreamy, very romantic, cute in that way. You know what I mean? Cute. All right. So they also view you guys to be very artistic, not autistic, artistic. All right. Oh yeah, they want you for relationships. So they're gonna be viewing you guys as somebody who's maybe having issues, maybe having partnerships. Like maybe you guys romanticize relationships. You guys imagine relationships for how they could be. Like you have unrealistic expectations. They feel like you need to. So they're viewing you as somebody who needs to compromise or needs to take some time to reflect on what you want in a relationship. Yeah, ethereal could be it. That would be a good one right there. Just the messenger. I like that. Ethereal. I said mystical, but like, yeah, ethereal would be better. I like that. That's a good one. All right. They also view you as somebody who sacrifice themselves in relationships, or somebody who expects people to sacrifice themselves in relationships. All right. But I think it's more so the other way, where they think that you're somebody who sacrifices themselves in relationships. So they view you as somebody who, if they got into a relationship with you, you would sacrifice for their needs, which isn't always bad. This is like, you would want your partner to like maybe lay down their life for you at some point, or maybe like, you know, maybe they win a lottery ticket, but like maybe you were like behind on your rent, or not rent, but let's say maybe you were behind. I don't know, maybe you needed a life-changing surgery. You'd want them to sacrifice that maybe 30 mil or 10 mil or 5,000 for like, you know, maybe for a surgery, or maybe to save your dog that maybe is sick and needs a $2,000 surgery. You would want them to sacrifice. So it's like that. They feel like being in a relationship with you would be fair though, because we got the moon here, but they also kind of view you as somebody who they maybe be able to like manipulate, or like they would be like power struggles with you, because they feel like they would need to like disillusion you at times, not disillusion, delude you at times, like maybe make up stories. So they view you as somebody who they would like have to like make up stories to have like a relationship, or like create some type of fantasy or illusion, around a relationship to get you into it, because they feel like you're like very standoffish. The square shows up as like they're viewing you as somebody who's like a standoffish type of person, viewing you as a person who doesn't like to compromise, always constantly like wants to be in charge, constantly like they feel like you're growing, but they feel like you struggle doing stuff differently. Like you can't really see where you're like going wrong. So they're viewing you as like a person who doesn't really see where they're wrong at. You know what I mean? So maybe they're viewing you as like somebody who sees himself as perfect. That might be kind of like what it is. But they view you as somebody who needs time to like reflect and like really think things through. But like you tend to like err on the side of like just wanting to use your willpower or just wanting to like push through, you know what I mean, address conflict or bring conflict. Like if you don't like something, you're just going to address it. Like, fuck it, I don't like this. Or you gloss it over, but then you like create some type of tension with them that they're not really aware of like why it happened. Like they find they're going to be viewing you as somebody, or they're viewing you as somebody who they have issues like understanding. You know what I mean? Like you're very easy to get along with, but at the same time, it's like they don't know if you want romance or if you just want friendship. Like you're kind of confusing to read, because it seems like one day you're like into like seeming like you want a partnership, you guys want to do stuff together, and then other days you kind of come off as like a woe is me, this isn't working, I'm stressed, we need to change this up, we need to do something different because I don't like this. So like you come off as like intense or like causing tension. All right. Damn, my mouth. Hold on, let me put some chapstick on because this shit making my mouth. What you call it? Okay. Okay. All right, so how do you feel? They feel that you guys just be trying to power through on situations. All right. That you're also indecisive. You know what I mean? They also view you guys to be indecisive. So the opposite gender is viewing you guys to be indecisive at times, or always trying to take the lesser of the two. Like like if there's conflict, you want the easier way out. Like whatever way is easiest. I don't want to have to like do too much. Like so you guys come off in that way. It's like I don't want to do too much. Like maybe you're either looking for a savior, or they think that you're a savior. So it's giving one of those, and they don't really know, because maybe some days you look like you need a savior, but you really don't, and then other days they look like they need you to save them, but they really don't, or you really can't. It's one of the two. It's something like that. This is how the opposite gender is viewing you guys. All right. There's power struggles about the relationship and how it should go. Your expectations may not match theirs. All right, but you're easy to get along with, and they enjoy having you around. All right, so you got Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. How they feel about you guys? Skeptical about starting things with you, about creating stability. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They could be thinking about moving away from you guys, or like moving out, or like no longer talking to you guys, no longer having conversation with you guys. But at the same time, some of y'all, they want to come to your house. So like if you're not dating, the opposite gender wants to come to your house, wants to start something new. They want to go out on dates. They want to eat. Maybe they want to give you food. Maybe they want to like show you that they can like maybe cater to you as well. Like there is a desire for romance with you, but it's an issue with them being present. Like the opposite gender has issues being present around you. They overthink a lot. They get easily stimulated. They're like overly like strategic with you. They kind of like observe and like listen to stuff that you do. So they like maybe they watch you either on social media, or they like hear about you, because gossip with the Page of Swords could be like gossip, could be like petty lies, white lies. So they may feel like you guys lie about like certain stuff, like about money, or they may feel like you guys lie about like maybe your romantic life, or they may feel like you guys lie about like I don't know, maybe like just certain stuff that you know, or that you've seen, or that you've heard, or like maybe they kind of feel like you're like, I don't know, like a not a know-it-all, but like you're nosy in a way. So they feel like you be knowing stuff without nobody telling you, or you be like always in their business, always observing them, always watching them. You know what I mean? But they also feel like it's in a romantic sense, but they don't really know. So like they're afraid to really like mention it, or like bring it up, or talk to you, or initiate with you. You know what I mean? Like there's like a difficulty just getting on the same page with you, or getting some time to like be able to have conversations that's a little deeper than maybe just a hi bye. You know what I mean? Like they would like to like really like, you know what I'm saying, like communicate with you a lot more. All right, so they want to share with you. That's how they feel. They want to share with y'all. You got the King of Swords. So they feel like you guys are very like stern, very strict. They feel immature around you. Or they feel like maybe you're petty at times, or like they have to be petty with you. You know what I mean? Like tease you to get you to like maybe like come off your throne because they feel like you're like too cool, too relaxed, too like unbothered. You know what I mean? Like you're nonchalant about shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, they probably just left. You know what I mean? They wasn't here. You know, you can't stay in there for too long. Or they might be asleep. I don't know what time it is. It could be sleep too. All right, but anyway, Eight of Pentacles, they feel like you guys don't work hard. So they feel like nothing that they do to try to get your attention works. Nothing that they do to try to get your feelings or get you to be receptive to them works. None of the conversations that they bring up, nothing that they maybe they feel like you guys like artistic. So like maybe they try to like send you TikToks, send you pictures of them. The opposite gender maybe feels like they try to like figure out the things that you like. They feel like nothing that they do works. Like nothing that at this point that I'm doing is really catching your attention or like even like maybe like making a dent. Like you don't seem to be impressed by nothing that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Or nothing that I'm like trying to do for you. Like they feel you guys are like very perfectionistic or like have like very like picky needs. Like they feel like you're very picky about shit. You know what I mean? Like you scrutinize stuff a lot. You know what I mean? Because that the King of Swords can be also somebody who's like they're very perceptive, but they're also like no bullshit. But the Page of Swords is somebody who's very skeptical and picky, nitpicky about shit. They're like overly analyzing everything. They're always looking at every little thing. You know what I mean? So like they can kind of feel judged by you. You know what I mean? Like you're not really like impressed by them. You're not really interested by them. Like you're giving off too cool vibe. Like if you're a male, it's hard to read you because you're giving off too cool vibe. Like you're not really observing them. Like you want to be professional. You know what I mean? Like you're nurturing, but they feel like it's more like in a business way, in a business casual type of way, like not really romantic. That's where it's like hard to read you. If you're a woman, it's that same thing. Like if you run a business or some shit like that, they view you as like intimidating to talk to. You know what I mean? And at the same time, they feel like they need to like play mind games. You know what I'm saying? Like they feel like they need to like not really be direct with you, maybe make you question yourself. Like it's kind of like trying to like bring you down to size in a way. You know what I mean? And like tempt you with stuff. Like maybe I offer you like an opportunity to date or an opportunity like for love or for somebody to care about you. Like maybe they even kind of talk like that. Like, oh, there's an opportunity here for somebody to care about you, but like they kind of like make it seem like you need them. The opposite gender wants you to feel like you need them because you seem to already like have your shit together and not really care too much about like what they're offering or what they're bringing. Like if you're a male, they feel like you don't need a mom, or for the other, it could be the other way around. Where, like I said, sometimes they feel like you need a savior, and they feel like you need a mom. If you're a female, then they feel like you don't have the most nurturing capabilities. You come off as very cold, very dismissive. You know what I mean? Very sarcastic. You always have something to say. You know what I mean? Like you're smart and you're intelligent, but like, who the fuck you think you are? Like, you're not my mom. You know what I mean? You're not, you know what I mean? You're not taking care of me. So like they kind of feel that way about you. It's almost like a resentment, but like a silent resentment because they don't really like say that because they still find you guys to be attractive and they would like to romance you guys, but it's just tension because you could probably be maybe very aggressive, very standoffish. You could probably be very well spoken. You know what I mean? Because like we got Aquarius energy, so we got Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Pisces. So you're not afraid to like say what's on your mind, but it's just like maybe this, they feel like the way that you say stuff isn't always clear until you've been either pissed off or until you're not getting your needs met. So like when they're not meeting your needs or your expectations, then you all of a sudden you got some shit to say and you're very clear and very blunt about it. But the King of Swords is really a subtle talker. So maybe it's like you're very like subtle. But with the Page of Swords, this could be somebody who says stuff that does cut you. It gets under your skin. So you be saying little shit to like the opposite gender that be getting under their skin. You be saying shit that rub people the wrong way. That's what the fuck you be doing. You be saying shit to people that be like, it's like matter of factly too. So you guys be saying shit that be rubbing people the wrong way. And they really don't want to put the effort in to like work with you. Like it's like a vindictiveness in a way where like they don't really want to have to like put effort in because of like how independent you seem to be, and because since you on your shit, you hot shit. I don't gotta do too much. I don't have to like I'm not gonna say impress you, but like they want to impress you, if that makes sense. Like I want to impress you, but I don't feel like I have to impress you. The fuck you don't. That's why you feel that way. So that's what it really is. All right. They also feel like you guys reject them. A lot of them, they feel like you guys reject them. You know what I mean? Like you have an easy ass job, or you don't really have to like work too hard. You know what I mean? So like whatever they be trying to give to you, maybe you have your own money and shit. So like whatever they try to give to you, it really don't seem like it's enough. It's not that you're not appreciative. It's just like, oh my gosh, Calvin, don't fucking bring this shit over here. Or like, Sarah, leave me the fuck alone. Not you bother me again. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that. Like, you kind of like come off as like annoyed. You know what I mean? And easily distracted when like something else shows up. So they kind of feel like your eyes are bigger than your stomach at times. Like you maybe bite off stuff more than what you can chew. Or they feel that way that's how it would be with you. Like dealing with you would be like biting off more than what they can chew. You know what I mean? And they're not quite sure if they match up in that way. All right, so got that. You could be an Aries or Sagittarius. They do find you guys to be attractive, fun, you know what I mean, clever with the way that you do stuff. You're exciting to like be around and entertaining, and your mannerisms, and you inspire them because like you inspire them to be better. Like so whenever you're around, you do inspire them to take care of themselves, to care more about themselves, to really focus on their needs, and to also think about what you need too. So you make them like think about that, but it's like conflict about like, can they do that? You get me? Anyway, let me get signs. So it's Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Cancer, Virgo, Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Pisces. All right. You just found me, Barberline or Barolina. Just watch it. If it works for you, it works for you. I would like you to subscribe, but you know, if you be here, you just give me a like. That'll count too, and I appreciate you there in advance. Hey, what's up, LB? Okay, where we at now? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. You guys are hot this week. I don't know what the fuck going on with the Sagittarius. Check my Sag placements. All right, so Sagittarius, how they viewing you guys? Okay, as an Aquarius, innovative, shocking, someone who causes a lot of like breakthroughs or epiphanies in their life. That's how they're viewing you. They're viewing you possibly as a very diplomatic type of person. You understand where other people are coming from. You're very tolerant of other people, but you're a great discussionist, or you're like a very what do you call it? If you're not like a great communicator, then you're just like somebody who's a great listener. All right, they're viewing you as somebody who's a great listener, very friendly. All right, always thinking about others, but not putting others ahead of you. All right, so you guys are able to have a healthy sense of independence. Square. All right, so square shows up again. And ambitious. Okay, so you guys are not afraid to go after the things that you want. All right, you guys don't really care about how other people feel either when you're going after the things that you want. You guys have more of a very detached, aggressive, assertive approach. So a lot of people are viewing you that way. Could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio, could be an Aquarius. You guys are highly opinionated. You guys always got something to say. You're not afraid to speak up. Now, I remember in one of these readings I was saying that you guys are afraid to speak up, but I think I was telling you about y'all being afraid to speak up with like close friends, family, people that you care about, people that you're romantically interested in. But the opposite gender is viewing you guys as somebody who's not afraid to like speak up, not afraid to go against the current, not afraid to cause conflict or drama, or not afraid to like go through ego battles or power struggles with people. You're not afraid to like hold back if you have to. But at the same time, you're also not afraid to get aggressive or get gangster, need it be. All right, so the opposite gender, all right, is viewing you guys as somebody who they would like to negotiate with after maybe a little bit of time of reflecting. So maybe like you guys had conflict, getting on the same page, and maybe after they sat back for a little while and they observed and they thought about it, they're like, all right, I figured it out. There's got to be a diplomatic approach to like how you and I can both get what we desire. You know what I mean? So they want to compromise. The opposite gender with you does want to compromise. All right. Or negotiate at least, all right? And it's only after some time after reflection, because they feel like you guys are maybe overpowering them, or they feel like they're very attracted to you guys. They desire you guys. And they're actually possessive over you guys. So the opposite gender is already like desiring you guys in a more sexual way. You know what I mean? But they also kind of feel like you're not really like paying attention or you're not really interested. So that's how they're gonna be viewing you guys. Having a lot of strength, maybe your body is nice or some shit like that. Temperance. So it's like maybe they feel like you guys are either like fasting or you guys are going through some type of like spiritual cleanse, or they also kind of feel like you guys don't know what you want, or you guys really have issues like processing your feelings or making up really being poised to like take action on a situation. They feel like there's a higher purpose to you being in their life, but they don't know what. You know what I mean? Like I don't like the opposite gender knows that you should probably be in their life, but I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like they feel also like they easily annoy you or you easily annoy them. Maybe because of like your approach. Your approach that like comes off as like non-traditional. It comes off as like not erratic. Well, yeah, we call it erratic because we got Mars and Uranus energy. So erratic, unpredictable, but yet aggressive. You know what I mean? So like they view you as somebody who like causes a lot of like stress in their life because you seem to be all over the place. You know what I mean? Like they can't really make up their mind about how they feel about you, but they have like they feel like you always have one foot in, one foot out of situations. Like you know what I mean? Like it's you're very unsettling to them. You know what I mean? But they do desire you, but it's in a more sexual way. All right. So again, because Aquarius energy is here, this would mean that you're probably not their usual type. Or you do shit in a way that they normally would not allow it to be done, but because you're sexy, attractive, I'm gonna go for it. The opposite gender, you gotta love them. All right, so they also feel like you guys are very original. Like you're not like everybody else. All right, you guys don't seem to be like from everybody else. Even if you're from the same city, they may have not seen you around like that. You just don't seem to act like everybody else in the environment. Something about you just makes you stand out. All right. Hey, what's up? K Reeds. K Boogie. All right. So, we got Queen of Wands. How they feel about you guys? Very attractive. Now, if you're, let's say this too, because the opposite gender could also feel like using you for like attractive partners. Like if I date you, it's implied that I can pull baddies like you or handsome guys like you, and then other handsome guys would look at me. But it's also the other way around. They can also feel like you use them to attract more attention from other suitors, other potential suitors. They feel like you guys are like open to one night stands. You know what I'm saying? Like you guys are open to maybe flirting. Like you're very flirtatious. That's how they view you guys. Very flirtatious. All right. And they may even feel like you guys would use them maybe just for a one night stand or just for like entertainment, just for attention. Like the opposite gender feels like you just be doing that. You just be using them for attention, for validation, to let other people know that you've had attractive women or attractive men. You know what I mean? Like you like a lot of attention. You like a lot of people to like gas you up. So they feel that's the way about you. Ten of Pentacles. So you guys are non-traditional in a way. They feel like you guys are, like don't want family or don't want like a household, a joint household. Maybe you guys don't want to live together. That's how the opposite gender feels about you. Like you don't want a partner, a live-in partner, but you may do want passion or you do want to be able to like have a very, I don't know. I'm gonna say that they feel like you do want to have an attractive, successful partner, but you like don't want to live with them. You don't want to have to take on their responsibilities. For some of y'all, they feel like you don't want more money than your mate. Like if you're a woman, they feel like you don't want more money than your mate. Or they feel that you like see yourself as a trophy wife, husband, where like your partner needs to spend more money on you. They need to spoil you. They need to already have the stability for you to come into their life with. You know what I'm saying? Like you just don't pop up and deal with like, let's say you don't deal with struggle love. All right, so that's what they're saying. Like you guys don't. The opposite gender feels that you don't deal with struggle love, or you don't deal with men who aren't rich, or you don't deal with women who aren't like stable, who aren't like I'm gonna say like what's the girl from the Partridge Family? I forgot her name. But the lady, Joan, was it Joan, the mother from the Partridge Family, and from the what's the other one that was like that? The Partridge Family. It was another one. Marsha. Who is that? What is that group? I forgot what they're called. I don't think they were the Partridge Family. I think they were something else. I couldn't remember who they were though. They used to be like shit when I was growing up. Anyway, they view you guys as like not one like a living partner or not one to like share joint finances or maybe not one to have to share the same amount of responsibilities in the relationship. You know what I mean? Like they feel like you're not traditional, but you just don't want to like split nothing. Like I'm not splitting no bills and I don't want to live with you. You get what I'm saying? So like they feel like you don't really want a living partner or somebody who's there. You just maybe want a partner around at times, maybe for like validation, for attention, or maybe for like experiences, or just for sex. You know what I mean? Like if you're a male, they really feel that way, but it could be like, yeah, if you're a woman too. Like I can't really differentiate the sexes about who. I'm just telling you the opposite gender feels this way. So you could be very well a woman who acts that way, which could be the non-traditional energy that they're talking about, where you don't really want a man in a relationship. You maybe just want the sex and maybe just want the money. You know what I mean? And that's considered non-traditional. So you may be like in that type of energy, like, I'll take sex, and you know what I mean, I'll take maybe you spoiling me or showing me off or here and there, or me showing you off, or but you gotta have something, you know what I mean? And I'm not about to like go half with you and you ain't about to stay here. So like it's giving this type of vibe here. Like they do feel like they could have a family with you guys. Yeah, the Brady Bunch. That's what it was, the Brady Bunch. Exactly. So like you feel like they could have a family with you, like the picket fence, the house, the car, 2 dogs, 2.5 kids. Like they feel like they could have that with you, you know what I mean? But like you're standing in the way of that. That's what they feel. They feel like maybe you being very prideful, or you being like very impulsive, too aggressive, or like too on the go, too passionate about like everything else but them. They feel like that's the reason it's standing in the way of y'all like going to the next level. All right. They're viewing you as motivated though, and aggressive, assertive, like passionate, finding your confidence. You know what I mean? They feel like you struggle with it sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're up and down. So they feel like maybe you'd be like moody. You have like hormonal imbalances and shit like that. I mean, you know, if you're a woman, then the opposite gender would probably be right, because y'all do be having the hormonal imbalances, but so do men. But like, you know, for the most part, you know, y'all be having that time in a month. So that might be what they're like feeling about you guys. Like, oh, okay, you're just a little moody right now. You got your pamper on. My bad. You know what I mean? So it could be that. 3 of Swords though, reverse though, they do feel like you guys struggle being vulnerable, but you guys be always telling them like a lot of harsh truths. So like the communication with you guys, the way they feel is like they realize something about y'all since like the last disappointment or last conversation that you guys had, the opposite gender, or they maybe wish that they had said something to you. So like if you haven't talked to these people, then they have conflict saying something to you, being vulnerable around you. They feel insecure with their feelings and their emotions, because for real, people already be too far into the future about where you guys could be before they even really like deal with the situation at hand. So like we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, which means that the opposite gender, before they come towards you guys, they already kind of like slow their roll, because they're not wanting to come towards you if it's not going to go further than them maybe just being friends, or them just being maybe sexual with you guys. They can see Wally Beaver. Who is it? Wally Beaver from Leave It to Beaver. They could see that type of like, you know what I mean? Like our life, we could be together. Like they could see like like I said, the White House, the picket fence. They could really see it. So like people, the opposite gender has already like imagined being married to you, husband or wife. They've already like imagined it before they've gotten here, which is really like, you know, come on now, get your shit together. That would piss me off, for real. You know what I mean? So like that would piss me off. Like you're not gonna approach me because you imagine me to be a husband, or because you imagine me to be a wife. Like get the fucking know me first. How do you know that I could be a husband? You know what I mean? Just because you see me do shit, you know what I mean? So like I don't know. Maybe I don't feel that way, but that's kind of like how it is. Like they would like to like push you or force you, you know what I mean, into a relationship. This is how the opposite gender feels about y'all. They would like to push you guys into a relationship, but they're also getting kind of like fed up with you guys because you guys are very attractive. It's almost like they're possessive over you because of how attractive you guys are, and they feel like you guys are starting to like maybe blossom or starting to get your confidence up. Maybe they feel like you guys are healing over a previous relationship or a previous breakup, and now you guys are like maybe starting to like only be self-motivated when it comes to relationships. Like you don't want to be responsible in connections. You don't want to have like handle anybody else's stresses. You don't want to be the one that's doing the most. You refuse to do the most. So this is what the opposite gender feels about you guys. Like you don't want to seem pressed, and you come off a little bit timid. Like maybe like you try to keep everything very platonic. Even if it's romantic, you try to keep everything like, whoa, like, hey, this is yours, this is mine, this is what I'm doing. You can do what you want to do. Like you kind of give them that sense of like independence where like, and it's the conflict because it's like, well, why don't you care enough for like maybe like be possessive in that way over me? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, well, why don't you feel that way to be possessive or controlling over me in that way? It's like, well, is there something else around here? Is there like another family? They may feel like you guys miss your family. Like if you were once married before or once in like a long-term commitment, then they feel like you missed that partnership, or you missed some type of like relationship that you had prior. And that's also why you're not really like pushing forward in connections or really like applying pressure in the way that they want, man or woman. They feel like that's why you don't really apply pressure, because you guys are probably holding on to somebody else. But they feel like you guys are starting to heal through it. But like they also feel like now you're only worried about like what you can get. Almost like the Queen of Pentacles, but it's the Knight of Pentacles. So this Knight of Pentacles, like I was saying, because I was trying to differentiate earlier, the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who only shows up when there's something to be gained. See, the Queen of Pentacles, she's a little smarter than him. She'll give to you for a little bit, and then she stops giving, and then you feel like, I need to give to get from her. You get what I'm saying? The Knight of Pentacles, he comes from the rip to give to get. I came to bring you this because I know that I'm going to get something from this. So they feel this way about you, that you guys only do stuff for people when you're expecting something back. All right? But you don't like to have expectations placed on you. You don't like to feel obligated. Like you want to do when you want to, but like don't make me feel obligated to do shit for you because I'm single. You get what I'm saying? So this is how they're viewing you guys. All right, this is how they feel about you guys. God damn. Anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Sag, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Sag, Aquarius, Aries, Scorpio. What I do, FK Slay, I just be keeping it real with the folks. Keep it real. All right. Capricorn. Oh, I'm about to steal that, Mason. Are you a transformer because you're like Optimus Fine? You gotta give it a little robot sound too, because that's the corniness that really spices it up. That was so corny. It was, wasn't it? All right. So anyway, Capricorn, how does the opposite gender view you? It's a lot. Seen that Scorpio though. In this deck, it has to do with being sexually enticing, strategic, obsessive, controlling, jealous. North Node, how they view you guys? They view you guys as somebody that's supposed to be in their life. Ninth house, yeah, they view you guys possibly as a second spouse, or they view you as somebody who has a lot of world experience, a lot of like life that's happened under your belt. They could also view you as somebody who's maybe always traveling, maybe foreign, you know what I mean, or having different philosophies than them. They could view you guys as maybe a teacher, a writer, speaker, publisher, author, lawyer, spiritual practitioner, you know, or just very spiritual, you know what I mean? Like having high principles, high values, great work ethic. Well, it's not about your work ethic, but it's having great principles about like yourself, your life, and the way that you basically like experience the world. So they're viewing you as somebody who's experienced, had a whole lot of life experiences and learned from those things. All right, they'll also view you as somebody who they would like to explore more with, get to know on a deeper level. All right, they feel like you may be their calling, or they feel like you're meant to be in their future. They feel like there's a future between y'all. And because we have Sagittarius, dun, 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 it means that you're a big deal. So they're viewing you guys as a big deal. They feel like you guys are fated to be in their life. I didn't do these yet. So they feel like they're viewing you guys as somebody who's like has a lot of wisdom, otherworldly wisdom. Oh, Cappy dealing with the Sag. Ooh, what's up, Nika? All right, Cappy dealing with the Sag. So some of y'all, they feel like you guys are their good karma. You get what I'm saying? Because North Node does represent karma. It represents a learning curve, or represents getting to where I'm supposed to be at based on the lessons that I've already experienced. So they feel like the lessons, the heartbreaks, the experiences that they've had, they're viewing you as the person that they were meant to encounter, either to teach them a new philosophy, a new way to see the world, or a new way to see themselves in the world. Or they're viewing you as finally getting on that track of seeing yourself as a big deal, of seeing the world as like your oyster, or seeing the world in a bigger version of itself, and seeing your position in the world more optimistically, more like outgoing, more self-assured. All right, so they're viewing you that way. Anyway, how do they feel about y'all? How does the opposite gender feel about you? That you guys are arrogant, detached. You guys don't really care too much about like being part of the in crowd. You guys just kind of like do your own thing. Could be a Capricorn, could be Aquarius, could be a Leo. They also feel like you guys cut off friends. So they feel like you guys are popular, but like people are jealous of you guys. So that's what they really feel like. They feel like people like maybe like gossip about you guys. Like the opposite gender feels like the gender that's like would be your friends are jealous of you guys, or like secretly compete with you guys, or that you guys had to cut those people off. You know what I mean? But they also feel like you guys are arrogant, but like you don't really care too much. You don't need other people to like validate you, but they do feel like you need a lot of validation at the same time. So they feel like maybe because you're popular, or they feel like you guys are like maybe like well traveled, or like have already like experienced stuff like that, because you're like a big deal. Then they feel like you guys don't necessarily like feel like you need other people around. Like that's what it is. The opposite gender feels like you don't really feel like you need other people around. You don't feel like you need the validation from others. But they also notice that others don't validate you like that. That other people don't like to give you your flowers. Other people don't like to give you your credit. So the opposite gender recognize that. Maybe your friends, or maybe like the people that you date, or they maybe notice like the people that are like, I don't know, in the dating field maybe. Because it kind of gives me like the people around you don't, they either feel like you don't feel like they would be good enough to be with you, or they don't feel good enough to be with you, but they disdain you, meaning that they don't like pay attention to you. You know what I mean? So like you may act like you're too bougie, too good for them, and they don't want to pay attention to you. They don't want to acknowledge you. So like that's how the opposite gender feels. Like they don't want to acknowledge you. They don't want to give you attention. Like you may be popular, but they feel like you're arrogant because of that. You know what I mean? You're too self-assured, and you come off as like nonchalant, unbothered by them. So the opposite gender, even though they see you as a big deal, they feel like they need to like act nonchalant around you and not really like give you the attention or satisfaction of them maybe validating your like validating maybe you being attractive, or validating maybe your status, or validating that they take you seriously. Like they kind of don't want to give you that clear insight. They feel like you guys are no bullshit type of people. They also view you guys to be up on a pedestal, but they view you guys to like superficial connections. They feel like you guys like superficial connections, or like people who like for superficial reasons. They also feel like you guys aren't, let's say, what do they call it? What's it called? Like traditionally attractive. Not saying that you're not attractive. You're just not like, maybe you don't wear a lot of makeup. Maybe you don't have the fattest ass. Maybe you don't have the biggest breasts. Maybe you're not the tallest. Maybe you're not the most in shape. Maybe you're not the slimmest. Maybe you're not the thickest. It's any of that. Like you're not like traditionally what they would have like desired when it came to relationships, but they do like you. You know what I mean? There's a pull towards you. It's a magnetic pull towards you. So the opposite gender does feel that way, but they also kind of feel like you guys are off limits or unattainable. Like you kind of come off as like intimidating, hard to talk to. They don't really know what to say with you. They don't really know how to read you. You know what I mean? You maybe come off as a little mystical, because we got the high priestess here. So you may come off as like a little mystical, but they also take you as like a party girl or a party guy. Like a lot of people are around you. So like, even if you guys weren't necessarily like socially attractive, they find like a lot of people are attracted to you guys. And so they may also feel like they're not going to get the attention from you that they would like require, or that they would really want. So they also feel like maybe they need to leave you guys behind, or they need to act like they don't really care. It's one of those two. All right. Now the opposite gender kind of feels like you don't really recognize how the world really works. Like they feel like you maybe live in like an unrealistic, like maybe a fantasy type of life, or you're trying to create, maybe you're going against like social guidelines when it comes to like dating. They feel like you trying to make your own little thing up here. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like kind of like how, like, I'll give you an example, like kind of how like I'll be like, oh no, you got to give to me, because even though I'm a male, you need to bring stuff, or you need to have stuff to give. To some people, that's not how life really works. You know what I mean? And in my mind, the way you're living is not how life works. But like for some people, it's working, and for me, it's working. So who's in the wrong? You know what I mean? Like who's in the wrong? So like they're saying that you have like these different philosophies, but they also kind of feel like your philosophies may be a way of being, all right, or that you're getting on that chapter of like seeing how the world really works. So they're saying that about y'all. That's how the opposite gender feels about you. Like you guys are eventually figuring out like how the world works, but they also feel like you guys aren't really aware of yourselves. Like you guys aren't aware of like how many people are orbiting around you, or how many people maybe are attracted to you guys, or how many people are like gossiping about you, because the high priestess can also be like other people like speaking about you, and other people using that as like truth, or holding that for validity. So like the opposite gender is like, maybe it's gossip going on, either maybe like, I don't know how this is all playing out like in terms of like how the gossip goes on, but there's gossip that goes on about you guys. All right. They just feel like you guys are like overly arrogant, too self-assured, too confident. So what? They feel like, so what? they feel like you're unattainable, but they want to put there we go. I was say they want to put pressure on you guys, and I was say it isn't because okay, I can see why now. All right, so it's because you guys are like entertaining, and maybe like being seen with you guys would imply status, or would imply maybe like being more stabler or being more beneficial to be around. Like these people will be around you guys, or like the other gender would be around you guys because they see it more of like an investment in the long run. All right, like being with you, they feel would reap better benefits. Hold on, because my AC about to come on and it's already cold as a bitch. Okay. Let's just get my boy. Okay, it's a little longer than what I expected, but we doing all right. Okay, so they do want to invite you out. So the opposite sex does want to invite you guys out. They would like to have like fun with y'all. Go to celebrations. Go to no, that's my phone I've had for like 4 years. That phone's dead. The phone I'm on now is my new phone. You know what I mean? That's one that we be talking on. So it's not that one. That's like for my family, my friends, people who've known me for like years. It's always been the same number, so I just be having it. You know what I'm saying? Eventually it'll go away, and when it dies, I just get another one. But like for now, I'm really frugal with my shit. Like I'll hold on to it until it like falls apart. I don't know why I do that. I just do. Anyway, yeah, they feel like it would be beneficial to deal with y'all. All right, like there would be something that would come from this. They also feel like they have to maybe put in more effort, be a lot more persistent, be a lot more devoted to really get you to like pay attention or be aware of them, because they feel like you don't really pay attention at all. Opposite gender feels like you're like nonchalant. You don't really care if they're there, if they're not. You don't really feel like you guys would be better together anyway. You know what I mean? So they kind of feel like you're like too confident to be feeling that way. You know what I mean? For you not to be like societally what we would go for. So like if you're a male, let's say if you're a male, you're not tall. You're a woman, you don't have a thick ass, or you're not like, I don't know, movie star bad or IG baddie or a model version or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then they would feel like, how dare you feel that way? Like, what makes you think that you're deserving of that? You know what I mean? So like, that's how the opposite sex kind of feels about you guys, because they want you guys to pay more attention to them. They want you guys to like get to know them. Like they want to be able to say that they've attained you. You know what I mean? So they want to win you over, or they want to be like very persistent towards you guys. They may feel like you guys are very persistent in a way. You know what I mean? Persistent, but you guys only want shallow connections. So for some of y'all, they're saying that, like you guys be pushing, putting effort in, you know what I mean? Maybe showing that you're responsible, but like at the same time, you're only doing it for like, you know, maybe self-gratification, or for like sex, or for like pleasures, or to like benefit, to come up, because maybe like the people you're dealing with are generous, and they like, you know, they'll take care of you, or they'll give to you. All right. I thought I just seen Taurus. Yeah, we got Taurus. So we got Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Sag, Aries, Sag, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sag, Leo. All right. So they also feel like you guys fall in love very easily, but you also fall out of love very easily. So the opposite gender feels like you guys like have passing fancies. One minute you're attracted to this person, then tomorrow you're not attracted to them anymore. But then now you over here, you're attracted to this person. So they feel like you just like, I don't know, maybe very flirtatious, but they just kind of feel like the relationships that you guys all have are superficial. Either it's built on like what you can gain, or you maybe try to get like the best of the best, you know what I mean? Or people who are like unattainable, or people who are like unachievable at times. So they feel like you try to get the people that nobody else can have. You want like a partner that like, I don't know, it's like, maybe I'm gonna say a status symbol, but it's like not even that. Like maybe they kind of feel like you want a partner that doesn't exist. That might be what it is. They might feel like y'all want a partner that doesn't exist, and you want people to do the most to just build stability or have a relationship with you that's equal. You know what I'm saying? So the opposite gender does view you as like, I'm not gonna say like a catch. They just feel like it would be difficult to get into a relationship with you guys. Like it would have to be at the right moment. Like they feel like it would just have to line itself up for y'all to be able to do that, because they feel like you guys play games, or you guys are like kind of like sneaky and deceptive at times about, you know what I mean, about like relationships, or about like what you desire from them. They feel like all you really want is just fun, entertainment, dates, maybe for them to spend money on you. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Like you're just around them maybe because they're beneficial, because there's something to be gained, or the opposite gender feels like being around you is because there's something to gain, like going on dates, like maybe having sex. You know what I mean? Like maybe you investing into them, like maybe like helping them for a come up. Like they may be viewing you guys as a come up. You know what I mean? They feel like you guys are very artistic, very creative, very entertaining. Maybe you guys be around popular people because we got the high priestess here, which is usually somebody who's in upper echelon type of energy, held in high regard by others. So they feel like you guys are held in high regard by others, but people don't like to acknowledge you. So this is how the opposite gender feels about you, or they don't want to like give you that credit. They don't want to validate you in that way. You know what I mean? Because they feel like you're already like big headed. All right. So anyway, let me give you signs. Could be a Sag, Leo, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus. Yeah, people really do get put off by their independence. All of a sudden, it's like, you should be happy you have a relationship. Why is that? If you are poor, if you're going to cost me more trouble than what it is worth, it is not good for me. Just because you have sex does not mean that it's good for me. You know what I mean? They don't understand why there's not a chase. It's not a chase. It's because, bro, I take care of it. What were you going to do? Why do I chase you if I take care of everything? Why would I chase you? It makes no sense. Sis, why would I chase you? I don't need you to cook, clean, wash dishes. No, we negotiate. If we don't negotiate, it's bosh. All right, so anyway, Aquarius. How does the opposite gender view you? As a mediator. All right, now they view you guys as somebody who's easy to get along with. All right, very charming, pleasant to talk to, polite. All right, aesthetically pleasing. So just whenever I see Libra, this usually means you have like more like a slender body, but it can also be like you're very like, just attractive, like appealing to look at. So they find you guys to be appealing to look at. Could be doing with a Libra. They feel like you're very sensible. Yeah, Capricorns probably ain't for you, UK. You know, maybe not this type of Capricorn. There are other Capricorns though. There are plenty of them who are like very traditional. They go with the shit. You know what I mean? Like I tend to meet a lot of the women that are like traditional Capricorns. So like, you know what I mean? There are them. I don't know. I haven't really met too many men Capricorns that are like that though. So you might be right. You might be right. All right. They do view you guys to be very social, very sensible. All right. That's, like I said, pretty to look at. But they also view you guys to be very self-indulgent. All right. Because we do got Trine here, which is also like easy to get along with, very supportive, very expansive. So like you're very good at talking. You like to talk. That's what they know. That's what the opposite gender views you guys as, a talker, a communicator. You know what I mean? Like whenever the vibes are good, you can really go off. You can really be social. All right. So they may view you guys as like a hostess or just like very like hospitable. You know what I mean? Like you're gentle, you're tender, but like you can flip the switch because Libra is always like a flipping the switch. Like I may be diplomatic today, but tomorrow I'm on your ass, buddy. So the opposite gender views you guys as like, while things are going good, they're getting as good, and we're going to keep on moving along with it. You know what I mean? They also view you as somebody who'd be very beneficial to have into their life because they feel you're very supportive, you're very helpful. They feel that you're always in the flow of things, that opportunities just appear for you. They're viewing you as like an opportunity for expansion and for growth in their life. They feel like you're a good thing or a blessing that's come their way, and you look good. So that's how they view you. All right. Could be done with a Libra. All right. So how do they feel about y'all? No, really, you can't win. You really can't win. That's it. It's like in the end, you just got kind of like, it's gonna take it how it comes. Hey there, High Mind. All right. So what's this right here? All right, King of Pentacles. What is that? Page of Pentacles? No, Knight of Pentacles. All right, so we got Knight of Pentacles about how they feel about you guys. So they would like to try to be friends with you guys. This could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They would like to like approach you guys, maybe like start like helping you guys, being supportive, or at least like maybe like put their bid in, but they want to be slow with it. So like this is somebody who like sees family with you guys, but they also want to like take their time with it. So in this deck is like family too, because that's not what the Knight of Pentacles means. But in this deck, this is having to do with the family. So they feel okay. So they feel like you guys are very family oriented, or that you guys desire a family, or you guys come from a large family, or you guys just understand family values. So they feel like that about you. The opposite gender does feel like you would be somebody who they could have a family with. All right. So they would want it to go from like a friends to lovers type of situation where they would like to like, you know, approach you, you know, maybe be cordial, go through the process. You know what I mean? Like they would like to do the traditional way of like getting to know you, but they also would like to get into like sex very quickly, the opposite gender. So like, yeah, I want to be your friend, but like I want to have sex too. Like let's not just like, you know what I mean, leave that out there. But they also want to have like unexpected trips and stuff like that, like little lovers liaisons. So this is like the opposite gender does want to go places with y'all. Now, if you guys are in a relationship, they want to break it up. Because the Knight of Wands in reverse is definitely about wanting to break it up. And I'm looking at the family here. They may want to break up the relationships that you guys already have. Like if you're in one, they may be jealous of that. You know what I mean? They may also kind of feel like you guys are like overly confident, like overly like boastful. You know what I mean? Like you guys maybe be talking like you got it like that, or you be acting like you got it like that. You know what I mean? They feel like you're inconsistent with them at times too. Like maybe one day you're like friendly, then the next day you're not. Maybe one day you're very social, then the next day you're not. Like they feel like you're sometimey. Some days you're reaching out, then the next day you're not. Like you're always on the go. You don't really stay long with them. You know what I mean? That's how they feel. The opposite gender feels like you're never really around them that long, but you do consistently be in some area that they're at, wherever that be at. So maybe they see you consistently, but like you're never really alone. Like you're never really around long. You know what I mean? You come off as like very flighty. Like if they get too close too fast, you're out of here. You know what I mean? So like they don't really kind of like want to like they know they got to approach you slow. That's how they feel. They feel like they have to approach you slow, and then they have to like start like putting in the passion. So like they want to come in either as like a friend, or they want to come in as like maybe like an assistant, a help, a supporter, a patron. You know what I mean? Like they want to come in that way where it comes off as like more platonic, and then they want to like push it into like maybe more sexual, maybe more of like an adventure, a risky type of relationship. All right, one where they feel like, I don't know, excited about like dealing with you, but they also kind of feel like you guys aren't attracted to them. So the opposite gender feels like you're not attracted to them. You don't really feel them like that. They feel like you hold back from them. You know, you don't really desire the same things that they do. They feel like you guys are having power struggles. You know what I mean? They don't really feel confident in like expressing themselves to you. They don't really feel confident chasing you down. They feel like that's what you want. That's what the opposite gender feels like. They feel like you want them to chase you, and they're like, nah, they're like hell bent on not chasing you. They are hell bent on not chasing you. That's what you need to know. All right, like you're very easy to get along with, but they feel like things would just sync up when they're supposed to. So like the opposite gender just kind of feels like when time is ready, shit have just happened. You know what I mean? Or whenever she wants me, they'll make a move, and that's it. So like the opposite gender feels disempowered by you because they feel like their natural talents, their natural abilities, which would be like maybe they're like, you know, maybe being charming, maybe being attractive, maybe being strong, maybe having a nice body, you know, maybe being pleasant, maybe being consistent, maybe being adventurous, you know, maybe showing you their best skill sets and talents. You know what I mean? You said men not supposed to ask women for money. We listen before I go too far, because I ain't gonna say too much about that. But let me say this: everybody likes traditions for why it benefits them. Everybody loves that. You know what I mean? And I'm with you on that. I'm with you for as long as I can use it to my advantage. You get what I'm saying? But if it doesn't benefit me, it's not helpful. Like we might as well just do it in a transactional. Here, I give to you, I give when I want to, and we just keep it that way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know. Like, just think about this though, because I think about this sometimes in general for everyone. Like, if it's working for you, use it. If it's not working, it's got to be something that has to be changed. That's for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we got to acknowledge somewhere that something has to change. If it hasn't gotten you the results that you wanted, it's like if you're dieting and you still fat as fuck, you got to do something different. You get what I'm saying? In general, no, I don't ask for money. I don't never need your money, but I need you to do stuff. I don't need your money. What am I going to do with your money? I got money. What am I going to do with your money? You need to do stuff around here, though. You just don't come around here and just be living in luxury. And if that was the case, like, think about this. I think about this all the time. If I had $1 million, a lot of times it wouldn't have been the ones that, like, you know what I mean, that I'm having the issues with. I wouldn't have chose them. With $1 million, if we're doing it like where you have to have more success to get what you want, then I might as well have the money and get something greater. Like, you know what I mean? Like let's say, for instance, if I only have $500, I'm buying a $500 car, and I have to be accepting of that. But if I have $20,000, then I can get a $20,000 car or a $10,000 car. You get what I'm saying? I can get a better quality car with more resources. So like it's stages for us, men and women. There are stages, and we're not really aware of where we land in those stages. That's where a lot of us are having issues. We're not seeing where we land at in those stages. We're imagining that we have KFC money, but want Ruth Chris. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like that sometimes when it comes to dating. It's not always like this, but that'd be the misconception that a lot of us overvalue, overpraise, and imagine ourselves to be, you know, the catches, even me included. I'm not just saying about anybody, but even me included. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that way. But anyway, that's how they feel about you guys. They feel like you guys are like controlling, overbearing. You expect things to go a certain way. You know what I mean? Because they got the strength here in reverse. But they also feel disempowered by you guys. You know what I'm saying? Teamwork does make the dream work. I'm just talking shit. You know what I mean? I'm going back and forth right now with Kay. Because Kay, you know, Kay is she intense. You know what I mean? Yeah, women who have to ask for money. Yeah, sis don't got. You are right. Exactly, Kay. A woman that has to ask for money, you already let me know. You're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. All right. Anyway, so also, oh my gosh, we got the Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. So for some of y'all, they feel like you guys want people to share with you. You want people to spend on you. You want people to give to you. But others of you, they can feel like you guys don't have it like that to give. All right. So let me give you signs. Could be a Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Sag, Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, Cancer. So they want to make a deal with you guys. They want to negotiate with you guys. The opposite gender wants to negotiate with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Damn, that's what it is. They basically want to make amends with you guys, or they want to like come to some type of terms of agreement with you guys. But so either they feel like they don't have what they need to offer you, or they feel like you don't have what you need to offer them, or they feel like you don't have enough to offer them. It's one of those two. It's one of those two. So they also like hold back from it. But you have like a great reputation for maybe bouncing back, or you have a great reputation for maybe like being able to take care of yourself or being able to take care of others. So you got to have the money then. So maybe they just see you as like a nurturing motherly figure. The opposite gender just maybe sees you guys as like very like caring, understanding, maybe like very like gentle, very intuitive, understanding their needs. You know what I mean? But like expecting equal reciprocation. That's what it is. They feel like you guys expect equal reciprocation, which isn't really bad, but that's what they feel like. The opposite gender feels that's what you want. Equal reciprocation. All right. They also feel like you guys want a relationship that like boosts your social credibility, or one that boosts your that maybe is like done by like not traditional, maybe it's traditional, but I was thinking of like that is done by like where it's respected by other people, like it's respected by like society. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Well, because no, the thing is, you shouldn't have to ask. If you feel like you have to ask, it's because you're not doing enough. Like, does a man have to come to you and say, yo, give me some head? That's a little bit different there. You get what I'm saying? Like, does he have to ask for his needs to be met? Like, sometimes you have to ask because some people don't know that you need it. But I'm giving you examples. Like, does he have to ask to have a meal? Does he have to ask to get a massage? Does he has to ask, you know what I mean? Like, does she has to ask for you to, like, take the car to get an oil change? Does she have to ask for blah, blah, blah? You know what I'm saying? Like, little things like this. Like, do she have to do these things? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have to do these things, something is off. You guys aren't really communicating or keeping, like, in touch with each other to really know what each other needs, because then it becomes like a second nature. But a lot of times when we come into relationships, the reason we come into relationships is because we imagine that this person is going to do something for my life, and not with the intention of me coming into your life to do something for you. It's never in the mind of service. It's in the mind of coming to get. What can I get from this person? What can they do for me? I'd be like that too. So that's why I'm not mad. And that's why I'm saying it, because a lot of it is like, what can you do for me? That's what men or women are saying to each other. What can you do for me? Instead of, how can we negotiate? How can we meet in the middle? We don't want to. We want to take control. And that's what this opposite gender is kind of viewing about you guys. And this deck is like, you guys want control. You guys want to overpower them. And that their natural talents of charm, flair, charisma, persuasion is not working to get what they want from you. You know what I mean? Now, for others of you, they feel like they can use that to their advantage. And they may see you guys as like a player, part-time. You know what I mean? You've tried to put on like you're keeping up this public image or this like respectability, but it's not quite that with you. So Anyway, we don't went too far on Aquarius because I'm chatting with y'all. Let me give you signs. We got Libra, Cancer, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Libra. All right. So that was for Aquarius. Woo, we are so done. So done. So done. All right, Pisces. Woo, let's get it. All right, text my hopes. Yeah. All right. Whew. All right. So anyway, okay, definitely text me. All right. So, oh, okay. Here we go. So Pisces, how are they viewing you? How's the opposite gender going to view you guys? They're going to view you guys as a Leo and a Cancer, nurturing, generous, wearing your heart on the sleeve. All right. They're going to also view you guys as attractive, but always looking for the approval of others. They could probably view you guys as a very show-offy type of person too. Very charming, very theatrical, but also very intuitive, having a deep knowing around the people who are closest to you. Like you're very like generous with the people who are close to you. You're very loving, loyal to the people who are closest to you. Very protective of the people who are closest to you. This is how the opposite, which you call views you. Opposite sex views you as being very like confident in your feelings and your emotions. Very passionate about the things that you care about. Very loyal and like steadfast to the things that you care about. Stubborn, prideful, but loving. We know that you're sincere. We know that you mean it from your heart. It's just the way that you express it sometimes maybe comes off as like over the top. You know what I mean? Like maybe you may not really be that way, but they may think of you as like being over the top at times. Yeah, you said, what do we do? We swim. Yeah. Fact. Wait, did I do these already? I did. We're gonna do them again. I think I want to do these though. All right, so they're viewing you guys as a very nurturing type of person. All right, someone who they feel they can bring their problems to, bring their worries to, bring their emotions to, someone who they feel connected to, like intimacy. They feel close. They feel proud of you too. So the opposite gender is proud to like be around you. They find you to be maybe like a trophy, or they find you to be someone who like they like to like get the attention of or have the attention of. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. They also feel like you guys are moody, sometimey. So could be a Leo, could be a Cancer. All right, they do find you guys to be attractive. They just find you guys to be a comfort zone. Could be done with a Capricorn. So they also feel like you guys, they feel like they have to like free themselves from this connection. That this may be slightly toxic. They feel like you put yourself on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like you put yourself on a pedestal or something, or like, yeah, definitely. We got the High Priestess here with the devil. Yeah, they feel like you guys keep yourself on a pedestal. They also kind of feel like you guys keep some type of like addiction hidden, or some type of like toxic like pattern that you have that's hidden. You know what I mean? They also feel like you guys are very like superficial when it comes to relationships. You guys want the baddest or the prettiest or the handsomest or the thickest or the slimmest or the tallest or the richest. Like, they feel like you care a lot about that. All right, like that's a big thing. But they also feel like you put on this air of like not really caring about those things. All right, like you maybe like seem like it's not really that big of an issue or a deal with you. You know what I mean? Who doesn't want the baddest? Hey, Mim, I know, right? Ain't that what we say? Like, so don't y'all be mad when men do that though too? Like, if y'all don't be like the thickest, then you know what I mean? The like, I don't know, the tallest, the shortest, I don't know, the biggest breast or whatever. Don't y'all be like, why are men like that? But like, are we really settling? Like, are we really settling? Because before social media came along, like they always talk about social media killing the game. You know what I mean? What it did was give people who probably weren't like that great at being, let me say, extroverts. It gave them more potential mates. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like not the thickest. You know what I'm saying? Like the women are like, no, you don't need the thickest. Like I used to date this one girl. I didn't mind. She didn't have like the thickest ass. Like I never really dated women with the thickest. I wasn't really tripping on that. That was never a big thing to me. Like I like you to have some ass. You just gotta have a little cuff. It ain't gotta be like crazy, but just be a little cuff and be easy to get along with. Like relationships aren't really that hard. It's just like, I don't know. Right now, I'm kind of like in a mood where I'm like, nah, not really. I just like the intimacy. I like when you hang out sometimes and then you go home. I like that. You know what I mean? And even if we don't have sex, you can keep that. But like when you come over, like kick it and don't be begging me for shit. Because I'm not about to ask you for shit. I'm not about to ask for sex. I don't need that. Like I just like maybe you be around for some time to time. Sometimes we can go out when I feel like it, not when you want to. You get what I'm saying? Like it's like that. I can seem sometimey. So like it may be this with y'all, like, because the high priest could be like hard to read, difficult to really understand. That's how they feel about y'all. Like, yo, difficult to understand. It seems like you put yourself on a pedestal, or like you expect the greatest, the bestest, you know what I mean? Like they think you're superficial because of how attractive you are, because of how outgoing you are, maybe because of how much attention you get. So they feel like you guys are superficial. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a superficial type of person. So they do want to present you guys with an opportunity for love. They feel like either you need a savior or they're looking at you as a savior. So they feel like you can be that type of like dreamy, romantic, nurturing, loving, kissy, huggy, generous. But like they also feel like you have hidden motives for why you do it. You know what I mean? Like you don't really want exclusivity. You don't really want like a deeper bond or connection. You just want the pleasure of the situation. So this is how the opposite gender feels about you. So like maybe you just want them to finance you, give you money, or you just want the woman to give you sex or some shit like that. Like you really want the superficial pleasures of the connections with the opposite gender. Is how they feel about you. They feel like you have unrealistic expectations about partners because the Knight of Cups is somebody who only loves you when he's around you. When he goes outside, he's going to the next pretty woman, or she's going to the next handsome guy, or the next guy who's spending on her. So that's how they feel. The opposite gender feels like that's who you are. Like you're chasing after the highest bidder, or you're chasing after like the most handsomest, most prettiest, or who's going to make you look good. That's what they feel. They feel like you only date people for who's going to make you look good. So like, you know what I mean? Like that's what they're really like the opposite gender feels about you guys. You know what I mean? Like they feel like, and maybe like needing to really connect deeper to your femininity or to your feelings. I'm sorry I said that to you because that's kind of cold, but like, yeah, they feel like you guys need to be gentler, softer. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe like lower some of your expectations of like people, because they feel like you only want people for superficial reasons, not really to like bond with them, only for pleasure. You know what I mean? Only for the looks. You know what I'm saying? So, yep, star in reverse. So they also kind of feel like this may be like a wish that it doesn't come true because they feel you guys are players. You got the Knight of Wands, Three of Wands. Like you guys are always looking for the next best thing. They feel like maybe they need to assert boundaries with themselves, but they're too afraid to really approach you. They're too afraid to try to like really reach out towards you guys. They're afraid to lose or miss out. They don't want to be rejected by you. Like they think that you're really superficial. Like you just be getting what you want. Like you're always looking for the next thing. Like maybe some of y'all may be foreign, or like some of y'all may be like entrepreneurs or like business owners or enterprising, where you're always like making a way out of nowhere, or you're always like growing. So like maybe one day they see you were sleeping on somebody's couch, and then maybe 3 months later they see you got your own place, you know what I mean? And then maybe another 3 months they see you got a brand new car, you know what I mean? You got new clothes, you got a great paying job. They're like, oh shit, damn. You know what I'm saying? So like they may kind of like view you guys as that way. But they also feel like, now for some of y'all can go in another direction because I was looking at it this way, but I don't really see how that would have played. But for some of y'all, they may feel like you guys are detaching from being superficial and really trying to find real love. But you guys tend to find either run into players or run into people who sell you guys dreams. They don't really live up to the expectations of what you guys hope them to be. So you guys are really like standoffish or on guard when it comes to relationships. You guys keep up a strong boundary. You guys keep up a strong like line of defense. You know what I mean? You guys find reasons not to go out, or you find reasons not to engage with them. You know what I mean? So like the opposite gender can also feel that way about you guys as well. All right. They do want to message you guys. The opposite gender be wanting to reach out to you guys. They want to seduce you guys. They want to prevent you. They want to like convince you guys or persuade you guys to like date them, to see them as like an opportunity for like growth or opportunity to experience something different than what you've always experienced when it came to romance. That's how they feel about y'all. All right. So like they feel like you're just not giving them the chance to do it. You're not giving me the chance to prove myself. God damn it, Amanda. You're pissing me off. It's like giving that type of vibe. You know what I mean? It's like, so it's like some of y'all just dealt with like some dummies. And now it's like, all right, yeah, we got lovers in reverse. So some of y'all are like still holding on to like a past relationship. Maybe you guys are just keeping relationships around for casual. We got Gemini, we got Scorpio, we got Aquarius, Sag, Aries, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, Leo, Cancer. So they feel like you guys are like just keeping people around maybe for sex, or like, it's like keeping hidden affairs. So like opposite gender thinks that you guys be having affairs, or thinks that you guys keep your options open, or you guys be like into like polygamy, or you guys be open into like having other choices. Like, you know what I mean? Like just trying to get the best that you can get. That's what they really feel about y'all. They feel like y'all be wanting the best that you can get, And every chance you get, anytime you go outside, you are looking for the best opportunity you can get. Probably because you're attractive, and probably because intuitively you guys already know that a lot of people are interested in you, are already attracted to you. So you guys be making the best of it, using it to your advantage. You know what I mean? People be generous with you and wanting to save you. And then y'all just be like in and out with people, not really like as passionate as you may make it seem. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. So they kind of feel like it won't happen in the way that they expect it to happen. They really just feel like they need to play along with it and just lower their expectations. You know what I mean? So anyway, let me get some. I gave you the signs already, didn't I? Well, one more time because it's the last sign anyway. We got Scorpio, Sag, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Pisces, Taurus, Pisces, Aries, Sag, Aquarius, Leo, Cancer. All right. Yeah. So anyway, thank y'all always for all the support. Thank you guys for rocking and rolling with me. I had a ball with this. This is my longest reading ever. Longest. So this is a history. This is a record today that I've actually done. So thank you guys so much for being here. He said they only think that because they aren't as prioritized as they want to be. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so that's why it's like really important. It was long. It was super long. That's why it's really important when you're dating to be able to be independent. See, when you have independence, you have a different level of freedom. Like as long as you can be comfortable on your own, because that's what a lot of people don't really have when it comes to relationships. They don't be comfortable on their own, and that's why they be taking less than what they can get. You know what I'm saying? Like really comfortable on your own, where you can really like give to people from a sincere place, where it's like, all right, I can give to you this without really like wondering what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Or what I'm going to get back from this. But for the most part, that's not how things are going right now. They are around like that though, but they're not like that right now, from what I've seen. What's the next reading topic? I do not know which one I had. I don't know which one did I have. I made thumbnails. Let me look. You know why it's intimidating to men? Because then they can't control you. That's why. If you can take care of yourself, I don't really have any leverage. See, back in the 1950s, that's when men really had a ball with women because you couldn't vote. I mean, maybe you could vote in the 50s, but you couldn't really like hold down a job or maintain a household without me. So I really had leverage over you. You know what I mean? And a lot of times women were dating men that they weren't attracted to, that they did not want. You know what I'm saying? And men were like being faithful to women who they weren't really wanting. They may have just been the best that they could do. You get me? So like we want to live these traditional roles, but we're not looking at the underlying factors and those issues. Those relationships were based on need. The man needed a cook. He needed a somebody to like keep up with the shit that's going on around the house. You know what I mean? Like take care of the kids. And the woman needed someone to provide, to make sure that the money is coming in, to make sure that somebody's protecting her at night so nobody bops her over the head and takes it from her. You feel what I'm saying? So they had a dependency on each other. But these days, as women and as men, you don't have those same struggles. You and I do not have that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We create them ourselves. That's the big issue. We create them ourselves. So like, you don't have to be poor. You don't have to be without a job. You don't I don't have to go without food. You know what I mean? Just because I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have to go without food. You get me? But hey, man, that's what it is. I feel you though. I feel you. She said, "Save me, boo." I feel you though. I ain't even mad at y'all. I am not even mad at y'all. I get it. This is why I let men think I don't got nothing. Yeah, I know. See? Ooh. Ooh. They're like, what? You ain't got nothing. That one girl told me she ain't had nothing. We ain't talked since. What? I don't need your money, but what you're saying is the way you spend your money, you can't even take care of yourself. And that's a red flag for me. That what you're saying is you don't have any money. So as an adult in your 30s, you don't have no money, yet you're going out every weekend. Yo, bub, you're tripping, babe. And I'm not the one for you. Let me get away from you. You're going to be a hassle. You're going to cost somebody in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, for real. You be too broke, men running. So you be too broke. Nah, for real. No, listen, you can't be too broke. No, it's not always like that. It's not, look, wait. It's not like that. I don't like, no, you can't be broke though, is what I'm saying. That's for real. Men that like to be pampered by women. You said men that like to be pampered by women is sick. Men that like to be pampered by women. What do you mean like what? Take care of us? You know what I mean? Like from time to time. I like that. Like me when I'm sick, really. You know what I mean? Like I appreciate it. Like I have a friend that be coming over, she be doing stuff, and I be trying to tell her, yo, I don't really want you to do it. I don't really want you to like come in and really do too much. But if you're gonna ask for stuff, then you're gonna need to like come with stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not asking you to do shit. I just like the company, and I just like to see where stuff will go. Yeah, see, ma'am, you can cook, and I don't mind that. You'll cook, you'll clean, but I don't ask you to. I don't want you to. I don't really need you to. I could do that myself, but I appreciate when you do. And I'm sure if you don't ask to pay for your bills, here, 50, 20, are you in a tight situation? Okay, here, boom. But let's not make this a consistent thing. I don't want to be responsible for you. Maybe if I'm richer, that might change, but I'm not rich. So I don't think about it in that way. I'm thinking about it as like a team. As a team. But you know, there's this theory I thought about with women in dating. Dating is a luxury in general, men and women. It's a luxury. And so I thought about women as being like a high-priced luxury. You get what I'm saying? Because you do have more fun when you really take a like lead and you spend the money and you do it well. Like I've always done that. That's been like my traditional way of doing things. Like I used to date and I'd be like the one that's like taking care of majority of anything. I don't like if she spends some money, it's maybe like on the maybe on her insurance, her car insurance or some shit like that, or her phone bill. Like for the most part, that was the type of relationships I was living. I'm taking care of all the shit. I'm not really tripping too much about it. But what was the issue was, imagine me taking care of you and you really don't like me. Or you really didn't think about my well-being when shit goes bad. Why would I be investing in you in that way? And I can't confirm that you're really going to be there the long way. After me putting my life on the line, you know what I mean? Putting my wealth on the line, putting my status, putting stuff like that on the line. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you see, he's like, but what are you doing for me for that? Yeah, you feel me? You feel me, guys? Like, it's like I'll be trying to get out of like wanting something back for return because I gave you stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'll be working on that. That's what I'd be working on. Is like not wanting stuff back when I give you stuff. You know what I mean? I just don't want you to ask me for shit. I'd rather give it to you because the vibes was good. And it was like, I wanted you to have it. You get me? That's there, my man. Yeah, I know, right? He said, you want a partnership. Yeah, but I don't want you to stay around long, if that makes sense. Like, I need my space, bro. Like, that's a big thing. I gotta have space. I don't really want you to live here. I don't want to live with you. You know what I mean? Like, I like the romance, the coming together and stuff and shit, but like, I don't want to feel obligated. That's really it. I don't want to feel obligated to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be committed to other shit in my life. I do not want to like make this like an obligation where I have to stick and stay to this. Yeah, conditional love. The only unconditional love is with your parents, your mom, your grandparents, your dad. Those are the people who loved you unconditionally. Noonie loves you with conditions. I do not. Mem, I do not be breaking hearts at all. Don't even listen. I promise you I don't. I promise you I don't. I'll be pretty damn direct. If anything, it be me. I'm the victim. They be hurting me. They be getting me. Why aren't y'all on my side? No, why aren't y'all on my side? I swore y'all was my folks. Y'all is just another woman. Banish y'all. I can't believe y'all. Can't believe y'all. I'm the victim here. Somebody needs to save me. For real though. For real. Somebody needs to save me. All right. Anyway. Anyway, y'all, I'm about to get going. I gotta take these dogs out before they start pissing and shitting in my house. You know what I'm saying? So it's another great read. I appreciate y'all so much. I value y'all. I had a ball. This was a good one. It was a hell of a long one, but like, you know what I mean? We are saving each other. Facts. You're right. I know. That's what it really be like in the end. It's like, oh, I guess I got to save somebody, or somebody's got to save me. We got to save each other. We're a team, right? All right. Anyway, y'all, I'm gone.